Yo, yo, yo. What is up? A little early today. What? I'm early? Yeah, I'm early, baby. Cheers. Got my Dr. Pepper cream soda. Got a little Sprite and a Spindrift for backup. Nuts for knives. What up, dude? Scott Teague. What up? What up? Looks like I tricked everybody. Give people a minute to get here. So, the plan tonight is to have Derek on from FidgetThings. So if you guys aren't in the fidget game, you may not know him, but he makes some really cool stuff. One of them is the chill pill. It's one of my favorite fidgets. I actually don't have mine. I loaned it out to Ray at Everyday City Carry. So he has it. I think he just sent it back to me. So I don't have anything to show off that's his, but he should. But he has the chill pill. He has the tactile sliders. I think they're called the tactile. And then they look like Uno piece cards. And he had other ones as well. They were really cool. He's done like box cutters. I'm trying to think. He has the coin fig, which is like a coin that you can configure any way you want. And he's coming out with this really cool one. If you guys are into mechanical keyboards, I see Brent is here. Brent, check this thing out. He came out with a clicker that looks like a keyboard button. And you can, you click it, you could change it out. He's dropping aluminum and I think copper. I don't know when the drop, it's like Friday, I think, tomorrow. And he has like a silent one and a clicky one. So depending on your situation, you might want one or the other. And I don't know if they're interchangeable, but sounds pretty cool. If you guys are into mechanical keyboards, even if you're not, like I'm interested, and I'm not a big keyboard guy. I was talking to Brent about getting a better keyboard, but then I was like, I already have like 3 that I bought because I try to make sure my keyboard and mouse will work with my work laptop and my MacBook. So I have to get one that's like Bluetooth, but also has a dongle. And then so I found a couple that work without spending a fortune. So I don't know if I want to mess around with like mechanical wireless keyboards. And I hear the really good ones are wired anyway. Let me see who's here. Ev, yo, what up, dude? Evan Dahays. It's my boy Knife Ninja EDC. We got Jeffrey Dawson. What up, dog? Thanks for being a channel member, bro. Appreciate that. Ev's a channel member too. Thank you. Thank you. What up? What up? Roman, thank you. How you doing, man? I don't know why I said thank you. What up? I'm trying to do 2 things at once. Luke Ted Tax, what up, dog? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. Congrats on the continued progression with your designs. They're looking good, man. I lost a ball. I got this thing here. Autumn Wind, what up? What up? Let's see. Scott Teague, Stat, what up, Corey? How you doing, man? How you doing? That reminds me why some of you local guys are here. I don't know if anybody's interested still in PS4s, but I have a PS4 Pro something that I've had forever, and I never play it. I don't know if anybody's interested in that, but hit me up if you are. I guess I would sell it for, I don't know what they're worth. I don't even know if they're worth anything considering PS5s are out, but you just can't get one. And ever since I had my kid, I just haven't even, all I do is knife stuff now. I don't play video games or anything. So, Cat, what up, dude? Matthew Sawinski, what up? What up? I'll give you a big kiss for it. Yeah, I don't want to ship it, though. I just feel like that would be a pain. I don't have the box. At least I don't think I have the box. Shipping big stuff is annoying. Like I was thinking about selling my Hoback outdoor knives. Like I have the axe and the Kawaichetti and the machete, but it's like shipping those. Is it worth it? I don't know. But yeah, what up? What up, Scott? Thought I said hi earlier. I did, didn't I? So a couple things on the docket before Derek gets here, or hopefully gets here. Olight released their March sale, St. Patty's Day sale. So definitely check out their, they probably sent an email or something. I don't know. But I'll have a video going up in a couple days about it. And you guys can use my code LeftyEDC over there if you want to pick up any of their new Olight stuff. They have a new arc feld with the jizz mode, so you can check for jizz stains on your, hotel room bed and all that kind of shit. And they have this Freeze 3, which is oddly really good. It's like $80. So check that out. And then I did pick up a Giant Mouse code as well. They dropped the new Baby Grand. I have one on the way, but I haven't handled it, and it's made in Italy, so I can't say that it's good. I'm hoping it is, but yeah. So you can use code LeftyEDC over at Giant Mouse. I'll start adding that to my videos and shit. But anyway, it looks like Derek's here. Let me bring him on. Yo, dude.
Come on.
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I just wasn't sure because you weren't looking at me.
Yeah, I have like 4 monitors set up, so let me move it to where I'm looking at the camera.
You got the you got a cool like setup.
I just got a new laptop. I had a MacBook and I am now getting rid of it because it's terrible. So I just got a new laptop.
You've had a MacBook and you're getting rid of it?
Yeah, it's pretty awful when you want to do a Fusion 360, which is like what I everything on. So if I was doing like videos, then maybe it'd be great. But
I haven't tried CAD.
Yeah, it's it works. It's just really slow, and like when you're trying to do something, it like crashes and freezes. Like
well, it depends on which MacBook. You got to get like the $4,000 one.
That's the one I had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually they don't make the Fusion 360 native for it, so like it doesn't use the power of the M1 Max, and it just it was a letdown. I was really hoping it'd work out because Apple.
Yeah, I love how easy it is. Mine has the M2 chip, but I don't know. That's probably not as good as the M1 Max.
Yeah, I think it's probably. I mean, if you're doing video editing, I think it's good.
And mine's not $4,000. Mine was like $1,200.
Yeah,
and I don't edit shit. Like I basically just upload the videos.
Yeah, that's more than I do. I need to try to post, but I suck at it.
Yeah. So. Well, if anybody's curious, this is Derek from FidgetThings. I don't know if everybody that is watching is into fidgets, but I thought it'd be cool to have you on and talk about stuff you have going on. And you have that new thing coming out. What did you call it? The Switch?
Yeah, I mean I think that's gonna be the final name.
That's a good name. It's
basic. I like to just keep it simple, but yeah, so I'm making a bunch of them. I just finished all the brass because I'm doing what is it I'm gonna call it like a teaser drop. Okay. So it's making out of like aluminum and brass, and then I'm probably gonna do a Kickstarter so I can actually coat them black and Cerakote.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah, so I got some stainless steel caps that were like readily available, and it's kind of nice that it rings like a bell. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but like in here you can hear like a chirp from like a bell. So yeah, I had a friend local Cerakote just so I can see what it looked like, and it came out really cool.
Yeah, it looks really good. Are you gonna do them in like Zerk or anything fancy?
That's the plan. So I start with the aluminum and brass because it's just easy and reliable. And then the machine I just reconfigured. It has 5-axis machining. So it's kind of a weird thing to do because you can't see what you're doing, and those machines will break themselves if you do something wrong. And everything I'm working on is like a 1-inch cube, so like one wrong move will just destroy the machine. And I've never done it before, so I started with aluminum. But if you can see this part, for instance,
so wait, you're using a different machine for this?
It's the same machine, but it has like a $40,000 upgrade.
Holy shit.
I found the trunnion used for like a third the price. That's why I decided to invest into it. But like the hardware that Haas charges you is like $14,000. So
El Cap. So he's making a silent version too.
yeah. So yeah, here's the so this is just the same one. So I have like I'm trying different switches. I'm pretty basic. Like I don't know much about the keyboard community. I have a friend who did my Cerakoting. He's actually making like full keyboards for people. It has like a full product page. But he said no one really likes cherry switches, but cherry switches are next day delivered on Amazon. So let me actually see what they are. So this is like the cherry silent red, but
wait, what is a cherry switch? What does that mean?
cherry is let's see if I can get the top
Like,
on it.
You're not talking about a color, right?
No, it's the brand. So cherry is like a very general key switch. So the way these work is it has a cavity on the inside and it fits a keyboard switch. So like there's communities out there that make entire full custom mechanical keyboards.
Ah.
And you can really dive deep and there's just hundreds of different switch types, like how they feel, they sound. There's kits to lubricate them to change
So
the
you're
feeling.
making it so that it'll fit
All those.
anything?
Fit any of those general key switches.
Dude, that's fucking smart.
So you have, I'm going to offer just these are called blue, and blue is loud and tactile. And then red is, let's see if I have the two next. So like this is blue, very loud, right?
Yeah.
And then this is your red.
Okay.
And then you can change them. There's just 4 screws, and that keeps it.
So they will be
place.
interchangeable.
Yeah, so you can change it later on. You want, or
will you sell the different top parts switches? I don't know what you'd call them.
So I'll only have 2 switches to start, depending on how things go. Like if I want to do a Kickstarter, like to explore more options because you got to buy stuff in bulk.
Right.
And then keycaps, I ordered a couple things to try. So it's like stainless steel. And then I have like a wood option that I'm going to have just for the initial like teaser drop.
Ooh.
And then just a generic, like the basics, just going to come with these translucent clear caps.
When are these dropping?
I'm going to do it, was it Saturday at 5?
What are they going to cost?
Aluminum's going to be $39.
That's
so really reasonable. Yeah. It's going to be raw aluminum, unfinished. So that's why it's, very inexpensive. And you'll pick your switch type, and you could pick the default cap is going to be the generic clear ones. But you can pay a little bit extra and get like a wood cap or that metal cap. And then I don't know if you've ever dived in. Have you ever seen custom keycaps?
No.
Okay. So if you start digging down that rabbit hole, you're going to see caps from anywhere from like 10 to hundreds of dollars of like hand painted, hand sculpted, or like resin poured like pieces of art.
Really?
Yeah. And then like,
do they make them out of like zircuti and shit too, or
so it was funny. I've been talking to my friend, like, dude, we got to make these caps that are like, it's not common. You don't see it. Like there's one guy, I think it's Brother's Concept. He was making them out of superconductor. So they got like a big circle superconductor. They cut like 6 keys out of them and custom machine them. And then I'm like, oh man, we could do zircuti, zirconium. Like they're not out there. Like even finding like aluminum keys is not common. Yeah. And then of course the biggest keyboard maker, he just started releasing videos of Mokutai and Zirconium. So he's going to be making them, but it's still not like, I mean, he's based in, what is it, Belgium? So it's still not extremely common. So that's actually like probably like what we call phase 2 is once I get these like out, I'm going to start doing my own keycaps. Since the machine I have is just ideal for it now.
He says, that's cool. I'm into keyboards and have a few switch sets. Would be cool to change them out and try different sounds. Yeah.
That's exactly the goal. Like I wanted something, that's a little bit different market.
Yeah, no, it's smart, dude. And it's very popular. I mean, it's only going to get more popular,
Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, there's one other guy I think that made something similar, but he never has them in stock. So he's made them before, but I haven't seen him ever in stock. And like someone told me he hates making them, but I don't know. He's a knife maker actually, so it's not a primary thing. What's the name they sent me? Hold on.
Knife maker.
Yeah, what's his name? Sorry, I gotta look on my chat.
No, that's fine. Take your time.
Wallace.
Well, I want to go with Michael Wallace. I don't know why.
Knives and such. Tyler Wallace.
Knives and such?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that. I don't know. But yeah, I want to William Wallace. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Braveheart.
So, I mean,
So
the
wait, is
difference.
it like what do you mean by similar?
His is he does like a handful, just like it's just a cube, no screws. I guess the difference I'm going for is just using the 5-axis machine to hit all the sides. So like if you were to make this like a traditional machine, you would have to, your op 1 would be like this, and then your op 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. I can do it in 2 goes and have the parts. So it lets me actually hit all these weird chamfers, and you can see all the different edge breaks I have on it that you can't normally hit, as well as having a screw on all sides and the pattern. Eventually, actually, I want to use these sides for engraving. And then once I get into like the exotics, tritium embedded into it, or into my keycaps. So, you know, it's starting in phases.
There's a lot of stuff you can explore with it.
Yeah, it should be fun if it becomes popular enough. And then, like, you know, with all my stuff, I like to have like a good price ladder for it.
Yeah, you do a good job at that. Like the chill pills start at like $10.
Yeah.
You know?
So, you know, this same thing started at like 39. I mean, it's high sort of, but the machine I'm making them on is now, I mean, that was how much did I invest in that? Like a $20,000 investment. So,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
You did that just for this project?
No, I mean, I did that to do other things too. This was just the first thing that like, I was like, okay, so I have this idea, because I've had this idea, I've been teasing it on my stories for, I think, since December. And I was waiting to get that installed. And, you know, at the same, I got the machine back in January, but I was making then the tactiles and Uno. And basically, like, once I convert my machine over, all my old fixturing doesn't fit anymore. So it's like starting fresh. So I kind of like had to finish all my current projects, get caught up, and then I can like redo my whole like setup and, you know, play around.
Gotcha.
So.
All right. So this is all, you make everything on one, I assume it's a CNC machine or?
So CoinFig, some of my utility knives, probably, I don't know how much, I mean, I might try to revisit that, but right now CoinFig is the main thing made on my mill. And then I have a lathe that makes my chill pills. Okay. At least finishes them like 75, 80%.
And what about the tactiles?
The tactiles are also on the mill. That's something, I mean, I don't even remember when I released the first tactile, it took me forever to release the Uno. And then it took like months to release the next one. So if I make them again, I got to redesign again, because every time I've made them, I've had to redesign how I make them to get a better finish, which will reduce the handwork. So the last one actually worked really well. I basically surfaced the top of them the same way knife makers use a ball and mill to surface their blades. Okay. So I was listening to what's that podcast? A bunch of knife makers with like split 141 on and contraption collection. They talk a lot about like surfacing, and I finally had this like, oh wow, I'm doing like a really thin piece of metal, and people can surface blades like it's pretty thin. So I thought I would try like a similar technique, and it worked fantastic. So,
that's funny how it all kind of goes back and forth. So you learn a lot of shit from knife makers.
I mean, I'm pretty good at like just listening to things and then like tying it back to like how, you know, it works. Like I started this from watching a John Saunders video. Like I have my school's not out of machining. My job has nothing to do with machining or design. This just came strictly from like a hobby.
Your job? So like this isn't your full-time job?
No, that's on the side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do. I have a full-time job. I mean, I do work from home, so that does make it a little bit more manageable.
Makes it so much.
So I can actually, like, you know, I can wake up in the morning, log in normal work, fire up the machines, and those can run for the most part, you know, automated. I just got to go in there and press a button. So I'm usually multitasking. Oh, I have 2 kids too, so that's I
know how it is, dude.
That's something new. So it's been interesting.
Yeah, late nights, early mornings.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty fortunate. Like
no alone time.
My youngest is just turned 3 months? Yeah, just turned 3 months.
Oh,
And then
cool.
my
Dude.
oldest is only 16 months. So it's like Irish twins. But they both sleep through the night still. So it's pretty
Still?
fortunate. Like
I mean,
I never had that problem.
wait, this kid is 3 months old?
And sleeps the night. I mean,
What?
like him, he's probably like 70% of the time. Like last night, he woke up at like 4:30, went to bed at 9.
Okay.
So
Well, that's
4:30
not
feeding.
sleeping through. I
Well,
guess.
that was the exception. 9:30 to 4 is pretty good for a 3-month-old. But the day
Yeah,
before that, it
no,
was like,
that's yeah.
yeah, we don't have like the weird, wake up 4 times a night, feed him every 3 hours, jam
Right.
him off. So it's kind of nice. Everyone says I'm an asshole for having kids like that and then not talk about it because they talk about their sleepless nights. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Gotcha. You mentioned a special code in this private chat.
Yeah, if you guys want to go to my website tonight, I put it up till midnight. You can use Live with Kev, 20%, so an additional 10% off from the normal discount you got.
Sweet.
If you want to pick up any chill pill, anything, if you want to throw the code up, you can.
Yeah, I'll put the website.
I figured it's a special occasion. If anyone wants to get in on that.
Super special.
I don't get. I mean, I've done one other podcast. Don't do lives. I mean, I'm willing to. It's just, it's a matter of finding people and then finding like the time. That's the hardest part. Like, I want to do more. I want to push like social media, but it gets it's tough to do like posts consistently and whatnot.
It is. It's yeah. I kind of have a system down.
I've tried, like, my goal is to post. I'm doing once a week at least, but I used to post like every day. I keep trying to get back into like the everyday thing, and I just can't keep consistently.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like my job, sort of.
Oh, you're doing this? Are you doing your thing like mainly?
No,
no.
But I mean, like, it's basically what I do in the space, Review
yeah, I mean,
shit,
like, I remember when you first
that kind of stuff. So kind of have to post a lot.
True. Like, I need to get to that level. So I remember when you first messaged me, like when you were first starting.
Yeah. At least with the fidget stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember you messaged me and I came off kind of probably rude, but you're like, I get like a lot of people that ask me like for free stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember being rude.
Okay, and I messaged you back like, no, that's not what I meant. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, let's. And then okay.
I don't even remember that, but yeah, well, because usually it depends on the situation. If it's something I'm like mildly interested in, I might reach out and just be like, hey, would you send me something to like on loan? I never ask for free stuff. I mean, there's exceptions to that. Yeah. But if it's something like I'm really interested in, I'll just buy it. Like I probably bought something off you first before,
I think it's, you asked me like a question. I thought you were asked for free, but you just asked like, can I do a video of it? And then you did an order. And then like that item didn't work out. So then I sent you, then you did a chill pill instead. Like we exchanged it. And then you like fell in love with the chill pill.
Yeah.
So
chill pill is awesome.
It's still one of my favorite like creations. I can't believe, it started 3D printed back when fidget spinners were a thing. And it had no love during fidget spinner craze because everyone just wanted fidget spinners. But I've had them since like 2017.
It's a weird, I wasn't into fidgets back then, but like I hear all these kind of stories from people who were. And like, there's a lot of stuff like that wasn't popular back then, or they're like, this has been around since blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is amazing. Like, why was nobody talking about it? Yeah, I know, it's weird.
I mean, when I was in the fidget thing, like I didn't have, or fidget spinner craze, I was only doing 3D printed.
You never made a spinner, did you?
I made a 3D printed. I only ever made 2 spinners. The ones that I sold, this is actually one of the first creations. So I used to do these things like ring spinners, and they're held together with screws. And then I did custom, unique laser engraved designs.
Okay.
So it was kind of cool. I did 2 metals.
Oh.
And they were fairly popular. And then when like haptics became a thing, I redesigned it to where I got rid of the screws. And then
Okay.
It flips sideways and then still same thing.
Oh, it still spins.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it
that's
still
cool.
rotates around it. Yeah, it never really took off popular. I like it. I wanted to bring them back, but every time I bring them back, I just sit on inventory,
Really?
and I don't know, like the price. And once again, like my pricing was never too crazy.
How much is it?
I think aluminum was $49. And then
Yeah, that's
brass
not
was
crazy
15.
at all.
It's like my standard pricing, like nothing crazy. And
It
then the
might
hardest
be.
part
I
was
don't
getting the
know.
bearings.
I'm not a big ring spinner guy. That could be, but a lot of people are. So I don't.
And I picked like a super like loud. It's basically like a giant skateboard bearing to kind of like take it back to the original
Right.
fidget spinners, like where they're loud and they didn't spin that long. So I found a bearing like that compared to like the silent.
That's
long
what I like
spinning.
about spinners is loud ones.
And then I made back before I knew the guy from like Torque Bar, he like was releasing the Luna, so I made my own tiny torque bar. I never sold these because that's not right, but it's just a simple little tiny.
Oh yeah, it is like the same.
Yeah, he announced like, or he teased like a small one. So I took the picture and I just like changed the dimensions and like crunched the picture and then traced it and then just made it real fast in my mill just to see if I could make a spinner, and it worked first time somehow. So like this is my own personal like collection thing.
They're kind of coming back. Spinners.
Yeah, I'm waiting for like a little like there's some makers that like started teasing making them again. Like I think Zero Few just released the mini compass.
Oh, they stopped making stuff for a while.
He stopped making spinners, so like he was like one of the early people and like doing the metal. You've seen his right?
Most of these people are doing this on the side, right?
He's full time, but he switched over more to like he was doing the fidget spinner. He just stopped with the craze and he switched over to like pouches and patches and beads.
Zero Feud. Okay, he's the guy who has the little cubes.
Oh yeah, and then he made snaps. Yeah, he recently made those.
Yeah, I don't like those.
I haven't heard.
Oh yeah, they're basically like a chill pill.
Yeah,
but they don't work as well.
But I mean, he makes good pouches. Like I like his pouches. They're wherever he gets them, they're just good quality.
I haven't tried them, but I've heard of it now that you. Yeah,
his beads are really cool. He was the first one, at least from what I know, the first one to the brickhead beads. So they're like just Lego heads that he makes out of metal, and then he Cerakotes them, laser engraves them. But each year during the holidays, he makes like a special Halloween edition or Christmas. So he did like snowman, Grinch engraving. They're really cool. Yeah, he has some cool beads and stuff. It was cool to see him bring back the compass, but like micro. That was one of the most popular, like sought after spinners. They were pretty high in the aftermarket.
Wonder if I could make that instead of having it sit there for everybody. Hang on, let me do this. I only got one blue haptic coin from NJT, Scott. I am getting more of those though. Where banners? I'm gonna try to do this. Sorry, just give me a second. There we go. 20%. Let's see if I got that right. There we go. All right, cool. Let's see if there's any. You guys have any questions? Oh, what 2 chill pill materials should I get? I would tell you to get Zircuti and
I gotta make more of that. I have a 16-inch bar of Zircuti sitting on a shelf that I can't use.
Why?
So I order my material and I have someone I always order from. They're usually pretty good. And the last few times they sent me material that was just super inconsistent. And last time I said, like, okay, I want to order from you again, but I need you to surface, like, make the bar a little bit more consistent so I can use it on my lathe.
Where'd you get it from?
I have a contact on Facebook that like
it's not like Chad Nichols Zircuti.
No, it's nothing like crazy.
Okay.
It's
that's just like the only name. That's the only name I know. This one is like that's what this is.
Yeah, they sell it in good, like it's good in bar for what I have, and then it just like it's not voided or anything. Like the bar is perfect. It's just so uneven from like how they finished it that I can't use it on my machine. So I have to take it to another shop and have them
Refinish
basically
it.
refinish it down to a smaller length, which I could do. It's just I only know one guy, and the last guy I brought him some Mokum, and even when he did it, it was just garbage finish. I got to find someone local with like a big old manual lathe that can just run a spring pass and just even it out, and then I can make it. They finished the superconductor for me, which was nice. It was 5 different sizes, so I was lucky to be able to use it. They finished the Mokum I had to finish myself. The zirconium.
Why don't you try somebody else?
Yeah, I haven't ordered, like I used to order my coins from them too, and I didn't go back to them after this most recent thing. So I started looking at other sources for things. Yeah. I think if I look at some more materials, it's just one time I did order exotics from another company, and first they didn't send me the right alloy for Mokum, and they didn't really offer me any discounts. I'm like, okay. And then I waited 6 months for superconductor, and when it was for a Kickstarter, so I was like I only sold 5, so I never machined the material, so I was very conservative. But like my backers waited 6 months for the superconductor. I finally got it, and when I machined it, it just delaminated and was full of like pits and holes. It was the most absolute garbage, and it was cool. The guy gave me my money back like after I talked to him, so that was nice. But then I had to go back to like my Kickstarter backers, and like it sucks, like going back and say like, hey, I can't deliver your product. I gave them all their money back. Because
what was that for?
What was it?
What was the item?
Oh, it was the chill pill superconductor. That was supposed to be the first introduction of the superconductor chill pill. That was back in 2019.
Okay.
So when I did a Kickstarter for it, that's when I first like really kicked it into doing metal. I started being like, oh, I'm gonna get some zirconium and all this stuff, and it was a nightmare.
Zirconium's awesome. The one I have is half zirc and half zircotite, I think, and then it has the titanium or whatever. Extra dose, yeah.
Yeah, zirconium is by far my favorite material to work with, but yeah, I don't have any problems with zirconium. It's my favorite material to work with. It's it takes a long time because it's like a harder material, so I have to like kind of sit there and babysit it. And apparently it can catch fire, so it's kind of concerning.
I've heard that, but I've also heard it's not like any worse than
titanium
stuff. I think it's just the dust or whatever. So you got to just clean your machines. Like,
yeah, the chips have to be pretty small. Like on the lathe, I don't think it's such a problem. Like I burned it. There's a video on my Instagram of me like igniting it. And stuff burns bright like once it starts. But my mill, that's more of whatchamacallit. The mill the chips on my mill, because it's like called a CM1. It's all like compact and only just light cuts. Like that's probably a huge fire hazard if I wasn't running constant like coolant. Why no G10 pills? Do they make G10 in bars?
Oh, right. He's doing it on a lathe.
Stock. Yeah. If they make it in bars, I'm down.
I don't think you can get G10 in a bar. I wouldn't know, but I've never heard of like coins or anything in G10.
Because that'd be a fun material to try.
Yeah, you don't have like carbon fiber either.
Yeah, because it only comes in plates. Like I'm sure you could find someone to make it for you, but it's not.
But I'm not sure how good it would be either because it's so light.
Well, like I mean, the Turbo Glow is pretty popular, and the acrylic.
Oh,
the acrylic
shit,
is surprisingly popular. I personally would say stick with like Turbo Glow over acrylic just because of durability. The acrylic's very brittle.
Right.
So if you get
I would say try the aluminum if somebody's just trying to test this out. Like you just want to see if you like it. I think the aluminum's a good option because they're like, what are they, like $10, $20 for a set?
Aluminum's, yeah, with the discount, 18. So
yeah,
it's a good way to get. The only thing with aluminum, like I have to start like warning people because it's happening more and more is like people get them. Is like some people react, like their skin reacts to it, and it turns their hands black.
What?
Yeah, it's weird. Like raw aluminum is like some people oil in their skin, it like super oxidizes. I had one guy buy one, and he was in China. And he sent it. I'm like, yeah, you can send it back, not a problem. So usually I'm pretty understanding if like you buy something you don't like it. Like I'm not gonna just tell you to kick sand, like deal with it unless you're kind of a dick to me.
There's really no point because you're gonna end up looking bad. You might as well just take the hit because you never know who that person is or who they talk to.
if you're a cool guy and you just like message me like, hey, I want to, or I'm not happy or something, or like I'm gonna respond. Like all my messages go straight to my phone. I kind of reply surprisingly fast. Like I'm gonna pretty much take care of you. But if you start like throwing me to the bus or saying I'm wrong, I'm gonna be like, why am I gonna help you? So it's happened a handful of times. It's a little irritating, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
find
So
it better to just help them anyway, even though it sucks.
yeah, I mean, so if you're like, if you know aluminum stains your hands, I wouldn't go with aluminum. I mean, honestly, your best bet is just go all stainless. I mean, even an all stainless one is less than 39. And like, that's going to be a heavy material and it's never going to,
Wait,
get
so the
destroyed. It's hard.
stainless costs more than the aluminum?
Yeah. Just
Why
because the
is that?
material, well, the stainless costs more than the aluminum?
Yeah.
The
I thought aluminum would be more than stainless.
So like aluminum bar is extremely cheap because it's so readily available. Stainless it's cheaper than copper and brass. Like copper and brass is only so expensive because of it's used for like whatchamacallit, like wiring stuff. So it's a very expensive material.
They say you can buy it in bars.
Okay, I'll have to research that because that's a material I haven't used yet.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think people would like G10. The only thing is he does have 3D printed ones. He like that's it kind of feels the same.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not a G10 fan, so
it's a composite, right? Like I feel like it'd feel a lot like Turbo Glow unless it has some really interesting characteristics.
Let me see if I have any G10. I literally hate this stuff. So, this is G10. The blue so it's just and like the black. What?
Plastic. But it's fiber based, right? Like it's more durable.
Yeah, it's very durable. It's yeah, that's why it's so popular.
Because I have Ultim. I mean, Ultim is
much like hard. I don't know how to explain it. Ultim's like fucking shiny plastic, where this is more
I polish it.
Like you said, it's more fiber based.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like Ultim. Ultim's a cool material. It is extremely durable. Like polishing it, I have to really go hard with it.
It does come in a lot of cool colors. That's true. But so does 3D printed resin shit or whatever, the filament.
Yeah, that's true. And I do add a weight to the 3D printed ones, and they're like almost the same weight as aluminum. It's just you could see the 3D printed texture of it. So like some off-putting, yeah.
You can polish that out, but it probably just takes too much time.
Yeah, I mean, I make them like $10, just to introduce you. It's like a
white Delrin might be cool. They're saying
I do black Delrin. I haven't done white Delrin on the lathe yet.
What's the difference between that and like black Ultim?
Okay, so Delrin has more give and like it's not. How do you describe it? Like when you pick up Delrin, you can like feel it. It's like more smooth. It's like it's soft. Like it gives, like if you squeeze it, it almost feels softer.
Okay.
Ultim more feels like aluminum, but just light.
That's what I was trying to say about it compared to G10. Yeah. Ultim's like hard, like a hard. It's hard to explain.
It's a really cool plastic.
Have you ever seen these magnet knives? I don't know if you've ever talked to Brian from Winter Blade Co.
No, they're magnets?
Yeah, so I just saw it and I was like, you would probably dig this thing.
Is it similar to what's his name? Black Fox, the utility blades he makes?
Maybe. I don't know. So this one's actually assisted. So he has like a repelling magnet in there. So if I pull the lock down, like it'll open it. But then it also like it's not like
there's no lock
automatic. Right? It's great. Like it will stop here because of the repelling force or whatever.
Does it have a lock
easy to overcome.
Forward?
What?
Does it still have a lock in it? Like you have to press to release the blade?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he calls it the M lock. It's like it almost looks like a hockey puck in there, or a ice hockey.
Okay.
Paddle. Like this is the top of the paddle, and then like the magnet in there is the bottom, if that makes sense.
That's actually really interesting.
And then it like pops into place
because it just attracts the magnet.
Yeah.
How's the blade lock with it? Like, will it, or what's this? like your spine
Oh,
bracket?
dude, yeah, it's like
It's solid. Okay.
yeah, it's really strong. It's really cool. This is actually his second knife. He did a different one that didn't have the assisted feature on it before.
Like I want to do a knife. I have all the tools to make a knife. I just have no idea where to start. And like I also don't want to do something that someone else has done or generic.
Yeah.
I want it to be something completely different. Like my utility knife, snap, which is just I purposely designed that thing just to be as different as possible.
Yeah.
It got a
I
little
still
too
need to
crazy.
try that.
I actually sold out randomly. Like randomly, I'll get bursts of orders for them, and then they'll just be gone. Yeah, here's one.
I think we talked about it. Isn't it like? Is
right
it
here?
Is it very like right hand bias?
No, this. I mean, this is probably the most.
Or was that a different one you had?
That's this one. This one I carry around all day.
I know we talked about it a while ago, and then I forgot about it too. That one is
live.
Okay. Yeah, you have two.
And it's magnet lock, and you can buy a clip and lanyard loop and button.
Yeah, those are cool.
It's simple. I like it. I carry. I mean, it's on my keys all the time. I also have a key bar knife too. So,
but
like
the snap is the one that like folds.
Yeah, the snap is like this is more of I wouldn't call it more of a scraper. And it's probably like the most like dangerous fidget. Like if you really wanted to sit there and like.
Yeah.
So.
But it's cool.
Yeah, it's different. That's why I that was my main goal. Was like I didn't want to copy anyone, and then someone still said I copied them when I released it. So I was like, that's cool.
No matter what you do, you copy somebody. It's like it's insane. I had somebody tell me this knife. Somebody said this was a like they didn't say it was a copy, but they said it looked like the Oz Roosevelt. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I'm really like that's the thing with the knife community. Like I'm really scared. Like I feel like everything's been done,
but it doesn't.
Like
it looks nothing like that knife.
Well, you also have the magnet retention. Like that's completely different. That should differentiate it.
Oh yeah, this is extremely different. It's really cool. But everybody, like, no matter what you do, there's the looks like this guy. That's what I call him.
There's a honeycomb or ring.
But if you do a cool, new lock or something, it would be cool. I'd be into.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Something. It'd probably be too unpractical at first, but I think it would be interesting.
What up, Pretty Fly? He says, Shadow Man Lefty BS is getting old. I think it, honestly, what I think it is with the live streams is if you're using a third party like StreamYard, it doesn't interact with, on purpose, maybe YouTube does that. I need to test it and do it. Like next time I do a live solo, I'm going to do it through YouTube, and then you guys can tell me if you get the notification. But
brittle. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch of like stuff on here.
But that's why I try to post about it too, like on Instagram. That's like the only place I post though. What up, Double D? But also with the knife world, the demand is way higher than the supply.
Depending on the real demand. I mean, is it real supply issue or is it artificial? Like I'm pretty bad. Like there's the community like around fidgets. Like there's a lot of artificial like demand or supply created, like that it's really hard to make. Like it kind of messes up because like the app, like for me, the only stuff that's like not readily available is like my exotic metals.
Right.
Just because that material.
Yeah, but it also depends on what project you're working on and
like tactile
when you get back to stuff and
like tactile is something that's probably like I'm not going to be mass producing those.
But is that one of your more popular products?
It's definitely the most requested. Right.
It's like a free floating slider. Everybody loves those fucking things.
Yeah, and the people, and then like I made them again in a stainless, and people loved them. They sold out really quick. But then it was like, "Where's the Uno? I want the Uno." And I'm like, I don't want to make the Uno again. And then finally, because like so many people posted the Uno sliders like as a YouTube video, and everyone said like, "Oh, I want that." And like at the first time I did, I only released 12 of them. And then this batch, I did like another 20. So like, I guess like realistically, there's not a lot out there.
Right.
But I guess it kind of makes it more special. And I was the first to do Uno, so
you should do different ones though. Like you did Uno. You should do like a Monopoly one.
Yeah, I thought about it. Dominoes was an option.
Yeah, Domino's is a good one. Phase
Well,
10. I love
there's
making some Phase
thought
10.
about doing like magic cards, a Pokemon back. But the only problem when you get into that, it's like, how do you make it look like a card without having as much detail with the art?
Do it. Do a pack of Marlboros.
A pack of pearls. You know, that'd be a cool fidget. It's literally just like a flip top and a cigarette pops out and you push it in.
Yeah, there you go. You can have that one for free. B. Walsh, yes, the honeycomb gives you more grip for sure.
Oh, you like? Oh, yeah. So I sent you. You bought the honeycomb originally, and then you were the first person I set the ringer to. It was like a test.
Wait, which one's the ringer? Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, yes. I know what that is. The O-ring. Yes, the O-ring is really cool, for sure.
It's not as popular though, and I've never actually wondered. I always wondered why like people don't like why they like the honeycomb over the O-rings.
I think it's because it's wider.
Oh, it does add some width to it. Yeah.
Like in your hand. Yeah, I personally like the honeycomb better. I think that's what I have. Man, I loaned mine out to somebody. He did some videos on it, but he had them for a while, so I don't even remember what I had. But I'm pretty sure it's a honeycomb zerk, and then the zerkutai is the other side.
Yeah, it's a honeycomb.
Yeah. Is that a Norseman?
Yeah, it's the only knife that I've spent money on.
It's the only knife you spent money on. Well, I guess because you kind of make.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to justify like spending money. Like it's more motivation. Like if I see something I really want it, I should try to make it. Like as a challenge. Not copy it, but like, I should do it. But like I watched his videos, he kind of got me into machining, so I threw the support, and then also like his attention to detail, I probably can never get to.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy.
And then I had like his pen, for instance.
Dude, the Saga is dope.
That's by far, hands down, the best pen I had. I bought.
Have you ever thought about making a pen?
What was that?
Have you thought about making a pen?
Yes, it's on my list. I bought the bar stock to do it.
You know what? You know what the world needs?
What?
A really fucking good just click pen. Like every pen you see that has a clicker is a fucking side push release. I haven't seen like a premium, well-made, just tactile fucking click pen. The only ones out there are silent.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've seen like Design the Everything. He just made like a prototype.
No.
He essentially he took the tactile, like the typical bolt action, but he kind of hit it a little bit to where that's not where you really do it, but it's a button on top. So the button clicks in to activate it, and then you tap it to the side to release it.
Yeah, see the tapping shit. Fuck that. I just want like a real like this. I just want.
It's just such a hard mechanism to like machine. Like, have you ever taken one apart?
Yeah, I've seen. It's difficult.
That little cam system. It's so tiny.
But dude, it would be so good if somebody made like a titanium or a Zerk fucking click pen that had a loud, just like really, like nothing beats the Parker Jotter click pen. And I don't know. The side click thing is cool, but like I just want. So that's just good. It's on my list of things to design. I have a design. I just need to get somebody to make it.
And that's kind of the cool thing about like the 5-axis I got is I can now make like a part, make like anything for the most part. Like I can get that tool. It's just a matter of figuring out the way to do it. But like now I can make so normally when you make a part, the hardest thing to learn is like how do you hold it to be able to hit all the sides. Like
that's what people don't understand when they complain about pricing on. Like people bitch about how expensive small knives are. Like they're like, it should be, because the big knife is $200. This knife should be $100. Like no, something has to hold all of those little parts and make the knife.
I mean, the blade, and again, unless you have a blade grinding machine, like that takes a lot of effort and a lot of time to get perfect. And the biggest thing that's been off-putting for me also for doing a knife is like learning how to sharpen. You
can send it out.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like if I'm gonna do it,
you can send it out to my boy right here, Kyle Cooley. He's a professional sharpener.
Because I bought, what did I buy? That stupid. I don't know, it's stupid. But I bought no, it's like the 2 wheels is the grinding stone, the wet wheel on one side, and the leather strap on the other.
I've never heard of that.
It's like a full, like, it's made for sharpening. It comes with all the jigs and everything to like learn
Sounds
how to do it.
gimmicky, but maybe it's made for like knife maker sharpening.
It's for, I guess, it's for anything. Like you can buy a kit for like smaller knives. You buy a kit for axes. You can buy the kit for your kitchen knives. But it's
Are you
supposed to
talking about the
simplify it.
work sharp thing?
Is that what it
The
is?
powered one?
It's like a spinning. It's a spinning one. Yeah.
Basically like a grinder, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think what it's
Like a
called.
belt grinder, but it
Is it
has
German?
different attachments for sharpening. I'm pretty sure it's a work sharp Ken Onion fucking thing. Unless I'm thinking of something else. But I don't know.
No,
What up, Kyle? I don't know what trade you're talking about, dude, but I'm happy for you. If you talk to me about it, I'm sorry. I'd remember if you told me. What up, Steve? How you doing, man? Somebody reminded me earlier, Zach stuff's going to be on later. I think they said midnight, so definitely check that out after this one. Can you do like an old NES game? Yeah, that'd be cool.
There's
Like
oh no, there's a floppy disk. I don't know if you've seen it. There's a guy designing a it's like a magnetic slider toy that's like a floppy disk. So the magnets on the thing for like the little thing you'd slide in class.
Nice.
Yeah, that thing looks pretty cool.
How many of these beads can you fit? Let's see. It's going good. I like the magnetic knife holder way better than the standard one it comes with. How are you liking the workshop? Oh, you guys are talking about the same thing. Precision adjust. Gotcha. Okay. If you guys have the precision adjust, Kvist Bladeworks sells a little 3D printed thing that keeps it all stable. It's like a stabilizer. It's supposed to be really good. I haven't used it or anything, but I hear it makes it way better. Yo, what up, Knife Standards? ATR.
Now I gotta figure out what the thing's called.
It's
Tormek.
He loves his chill pill.
Tormek sharpener. Yeah, Chris Webb just posted it. That's the name of it is.
Tormek.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is more like an industrial thing.
It's
not like something I would buy and have around my house. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, unless you do a lot of kitchen knife sharpening, maybe.
Right.
Oh, there's a knockoff by Wen that's extremely cheap. Damn, I wish I would have known about that.
Is it on Wish?
No, it's on Amazon. It's literally an exact copy.
He says, interesting. A machinist buys a Norseman. Why is that interesting?
It's to support the guy that got me into it.
Is it weird for a machinist to buy another machined product?
I mean, as I said, like when I'm buying stuff, it is hard for me to like justify.
Because you could make it.
I mean, I had the tools to make. I don't think I could make it. Like,
but what if you liked the design or?
Yeah, that's more. It's more like support the person.
Whatever. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't see why that would be a weird thing. I know plenty of knife makers that own other people's knives. Like, they're knife guys too, you know. Magnetic click pen. Ooh.
That was the mechanism I actually wanted to do was magnets. Someone has a patent on it.
What?
So yeah.
On magnetic on a pen mechanism?
Yeah, they basically, rather than using a spring, it uses repelling magnets.
Damn it. Yeah. I just had that great idea.
It seemed really good on paper. It needs really small magnets, but yeah, it was that was what I wanted to do instead of springs to be different, and someone beat me to it. I actually talked to the guy on Facebook.
What's the damn name of the thing? Is it available?
I don't know if he's still selling it right now. He has a website. Let me find him out. It's bad. I know the guy's name, like when I see it, but
yeah. Well, you've had to do this with everything you've mentioned.
Like it's the same thing with like actors and musicians. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. I have no idea.
I can remember all the dumb shit.
Yeah, so. But I can't remember names.
Matt Parker says, dude, I love my chill pills, but the locking plate for the magnets suck. I have to tighten them every time I pick them up. Did you get a new when was the last time you got one, Matt? Because he's updated that system a couple times.
Yeah, the plates got updated more recently. And then I have now the purple Loctite on my website that you can
I've used blue and it worked. And
but you can't get it off,
found, right? What?
You can't get it off then, right?
I don't know. You would just have to use a little bit of heat, although that's not good for
the magnet. Yeah, so you have to replace the magnet. The purple you can get off. It's a little bit easier. So you can still save it. Usually I tell customers just don't use it on acrylic, but if they don't plan on like changing a particular half or they don't plan on swapping out chill pill, just pick up any kind of lock type you want. I started offering the purple because I have 1,000 tubes of it.
Would an O-ring work in that situation?
Actually, that's what the so when I ever get back to Chill Pill Max, which eventually I will do, I redesigned it back in like September.
Oh.
So
Would
it has
that work on the smaller one?
It's a little bit bigger, but it has compartments to hide your shit. I don't know what, but like basically, here's the bottom plate, and I put an O-ring to watertight it, and it also helps it stay sealed. But you can hide whatever you want inside, and the O-ring hides, and then you get a chill pill. And if you look at the size difference, I got one here.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one. Oh, it's pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the new design of it. I'll finish it one day.
I've had no issue with my chill pill coming loose since you sent me those steel plates.
Yeah, you're the only person with those.
They did rust though.
Yeah, they're 1018, and that's like the thing with steel is like 4140 or 1018. It's you can't do stainless. Like the idea with the steel plates I wanted you to test was like, does it increase the magnetic strength? Because you know you're is it called? There's like a property.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
it like feeds through. Yeah. I forget the word for it too, but like you put a magnet on a paper clip, and a paper clip becomes magnetic, basically.
Yeah, so it can like it won't dampen it as much. Like my original chill pill is like all glued in magnets, and what's weird is like these are N35, like pretty weak, but these things were really like people complain they were pinching them. So then I designed the plate, system with the Allen key, but then I had to upgrade all my magnets to N52 to cover the difference in strength.
Right.
But yeah, it's weird how much of a difference just the spacing makes.
So Matt was telling me his plates are aluminum, and he said he's basically ruined them with the Allen key. So one thing I'll note is I kept ruining the plates.
Oh yeah.
Because I wasn't using the right Allen key, or like I thought I was. I had this like IKEA Allen key or whatever, and it just wasn't I kept stripping it, and I thought it was like because I think it was made out of copper and aluminum, and I thought it was that, but it wasn't. It was the tool. So what I did was I took a 4mm bit, like a micro bit from one of my kits, because that's literally the right size, 4mm.
Yeah.
And I just put it in my bit driver back upside down. And then I had the 4mm end sticking out. And that, I never stripped one again. And I was able to tighten the shit out of it. But he also gave me some steel ones, Matt. I think I have some still. So hit me up, and I might be able to just send you a couple of the steel plates.
I recently changed them. So like this is the old hex wrench one.
Yeah. They don't use hex anymore.
Yeah, I know some people hate it, like a proprietary thing. I make the tool available. So like,
so can he hit you up and get some of these plates?
What was that?
Can he just hit you up and get some of these plates?
Yeah, I can send him some aluminum if he's having problems. Like this is stripped out. They fit. I kept that all the same. So like it'll still work with whatever you have. But yeah, just send me a message on Instagram.
Yeah, or I can I'll look and see. I should still have I think I have 3 or 4.
I sent you 4 or 6 of them.
Okay, and I used 2. I've never had to replace them. The only thing I had to do was use a rust eraser and fucking clean them up. But if you just put some oil on it or something, it would be fine.
Yeah.
So whatever you want to do, Matt, you can hit him up or hit me up.
The steel ones are definitely more unique if you really want to be
tried
special.
Blue, he said. No dice. Yeah. Really? That was the problem I had too. And I think it's partially because you might not be tightening it enough. You think you are because your driver, your Allen key is starting to strip. So you think it's tight, but it's not. It's just the key doesn't fit right. Because I think the Allen keys that we have that we think fit are actually like standard. They're not metric.
Yeah, because it's very clipped, the 4 and the
because I remember, dude, I was doing the same thing, and then I asked you, and you were like, "What are you using?" And I'm like, "I got this Allen key. It's fucking perfect, man." And then you're like, I don't think that's right. So then I tried the just flipped it over the micro bit, and I never had a problem again. So,
Yeah.
but Matt, you already did text me. We can talk. I'll walk you through
And if you
whatever.
need the new version, let me know. I make them when I make them. I have to make like 400 to 600 at a time, and I have to dig through a chip pan to find them. So I have them on hand.
I know what he's talking about. It's a rolling cylinder. Or are you talking about that pen? I don't know.
I think it's about the knife sharpening. The new.
Oh shit!
Oral.
Okay, yeah, I'm
I think
waiting.
it's interesting. I wonder how good it is. It
I'm
seemed
10
like a
minutes
really cool
behind
idea.
again. Move up to red or do lefty with crazy glue. Yeah, honestly, I might have used glue on mine. Super glue is like one of the best Loctites. You just have to be careful not to
You're not going to get it
overdo
off, essentially, unless you superheat it. I mean,
Yeah,
glue is
but
what used to
super
hold
glue
on.
I find actually breaks a lot easier even than Loctite sometimes because
It's brittle, right?
like so like it can withstand this kind of like push pull, but if you put lateral pressure on it, it just cracks. But if you overdo it, it like is cement. So like I literally broke a knife recently, like a $600 knife.
You weren't that guy that sent the what's that company called? Koenig knife with red Loctite in it. And the guy like posted a video like, "This is why you don't use red Loctite," and the knife was just destroyed because they use it on the pivot and the bearing.
Who posted that? Koenig?
I think it was in Koenig Group, or it was.
Did the guy do it, or did Koenig do it?
Someone sent the knife back to repair. I feel like it was Koenig.
Okay. That's
And
kind of
like he's
fucked
like,
up.
and
Koenig was like calling out somebody.
he didn't call it the person who did it, but he's just like, "This is why you don't put red Loctite on your pivot point."
Yeah, I don't know why a consumer would use red Loctite.
And it's all you can find. Like if you search for Loctite, the first thing that pops up is red.
Yeah, if you don't know better. But if
Yeah.
you're buying an $800 knife, you should know better.
No, I'm just gonna grab the first thing that's on my shelf.
But I also think that people think sometimes it's red Loctite when it's not. Like ProTech knives, I've taken apart so many ProTech knives, and they all have like red on the threads. I don't think it's red Loctite because it comes out way too easy.
Yeah, and I've always wondered what that is because, like, I think I was talking to you about it. I was trying to find something I can just pre-apply to the plates. And I tried buying.
I have that stuff. Did you ever try the VC3 or whatever from Vibrotite?
It's like in a twisty tube?
No, so here, I'll pull it up because I actually have tried it, and it's not bad. You just have to leave it out for like 30 minutes or whatever. Here it is.
Yeah, I couldn't get it. It's like a putty almost that goes on there and dries.
No,
and
it's a gel.
Here. Oh, it's a gel.
So it's a gel. It's called Vibrotite VC3, and they actually sell it in like a tape too.
Okay.
And it's expensive though. I mean, it's $28 for this little.
I guess
bottle.
you only need like a drop, right? Like I mean, technically,
it comes with a brush. So you take a brush, not that. Where is it? There. Unfortunately, it's like a fat ass brush, but you could use your own.
Yeah.
It's like too big, the brush. I ended up taking it out, and then I just took like a tiny little makeup Q-tip and wiped it off on the brush and then used that because it's meant for like industrial application. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just to make stuff from like, it keeps it from shaking loose essentially.
Yeah. Vibrotite. Yeah, I guess. I didn't think it was the best on my knife, but I didn't really give it much of a try either. Stops fasteners from loosening from extreme shock and vibration. Works with metal, wood, plastic, and more. And they sell it. This is what I bought, I think. It came with the tape.
Oh, yeah, like
here's the brush applicator and tape, thread locker. And it was like $40. You got both. This is the tape.
Oh, okay. That's probably a little bit easier for like an actual bolt.
Yeah, you just use it like this, I guess. I don't know. But you can get it on Amazon. You want me to send you the link?
Yeah, send it over to me and then I'll take a look. Maybe I'll just order to try.
All right, I sent it to you. Let me pull that off. But yeah, I don't have too much experience with it, but I've heard it works.
Yeah, there's so many things out there. You like, it's just like kind of figure it out. Like finding, like even super glue. Like when I was first doing it, I was using like just plain super glue, and like my hands were just like hard and crusty. And then I found the accelerator, and that made a big difference. And then like some people posted like you can buy this industrial glue that is made for magnets, but that stuff is like that bottle. It's like $60 for an ounce.
Yeah, I use the Star Bond medium thick for magnets because I've had to reglue magnets in like haptic coins and stuff.
Yeah, and that's why I moved away from all gluing them because like you know how frustrating it is to make something, ship it, and then like random like customer will mess like you ship like for chill pills. Like before I switched to plates, I would ship hundreds of them, and then just like maybe 2% of people would reply like, "Hey, my magnet popped out."
Yep.
And I'm like, what did I do different for your magnet? Like, why does this keep happening? It's just like, luck of the draw.
It's because of the,
it's just like the right shock, or it didn't like quite bond correctly, or
I personally think it's like air travel, like pressure in the plane or some shit.
It's already like it's stuck in there, and then like you just hit it right, and then it finally pops it out. Like that wouldn't be too crazy.
Yeah, it's some shit like that, I believe. Because I've had it happen with NJT coins. I've bought like 15 or I've bought a ton of these at this point, maybe 20.
That definitely made me feel better that every maker suffers from it. Like when I saw
I mean, even the big shop Chinese companies, it happens all the time. You get like 01EDC.
Well, I heard it happened from Magnus, like when Magnus was gluing in his plates. Like I thought I was the only one it happening to. I'm like, oh, this is embarrassing. And then like people posted about his. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's a known problem. Like we're trying, and then we all moved to screw systems from there.
Good luck, guys. These guys are just getting into fidgets. I've been down the rabbit hole. I kind of saw my way through. Took about 9 months, and now I'm out the other side. I kind of just know what I like. And it's a lot easier now. But before it was like I had to consume everything.
Yeah, you went through like a craze.
Yeah.
I think you had like every single one.
Yep. I definitely tried. I still get some stuff. Like when cool stuff comes out, I buy it, but that looks cool.
Yeah, a guy in I'm gonna release these soon. I got a handful made. But
yeah, it's like a stand with magnets.
It has a metal plate in it, so you can like put your stuff on your desk, have it, and you can like grab them. So HPZ projects. I'm gonna post like who made him, but he's based in Italy. He actually handmade a good stack of ones that I'm gonna put up for sale. I'm keeping this one for myself because it's cool, and like he actually did my logo. I don't know if you can see it imprinted in
cool. No, I can't, but it looks cool. Is it leather?
Yeah, it's leather, and then he does steel plate in it. So
that's awesome.
Pretty nice. I should have that. I just gotta. Yeah. Right now, I'm trying to make these switches, and then I have some coin fig orders to get caught up on, and then I got to get the listing done for that. I have to prep for a Kickstarter, and then go from there. That's like my next, probably next few weeks.
Well, let me know. I'd love to buy one of those. What is it called now? Switch. It's such an easy name to remember too.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this.
I think it'll be. I think if it hits the right place, Kickstarter's a really good spot for that. I think.
Yeah, I've done 2, and then like I'm just hoping it gets me like a different, broadens my market. And if I get to start making like if it's popular enough, as I said, I'm gonna make my own keycaps. That'll be
dude. I'm already like thinking about Zerk and Zerkutite keycaps, dude.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Now I want that like on my keyboard.
The other thing I'm working on. Yeah, that's my biggest thing. The pen is on the horizon. And one day, I gotta bring back my pry bars. Yeah,
I think that's what we were talking about, Steve. One click attracts, one click repels, and that's how it is.
Oh yeah, I was looking at what that was. That's right.
Yeah. Did you say something about a pry bar?
Yeah, I made a pry bar for a bit.
I have not seen that.
I call it the Angry Parrot.
The problem would be the tip pressure. Why would the tip pressure? What if you push?
Well, no, you would still have. So the pen, like, it would work. The magnets would just for the spring.
It would pull it in.
Well, no, it would repel. So all the magnets are doing is keeping the pen tip in when the lock's not in place.
Right.
And then when you push in the lock mechanism, that's
There's still a lock there.
Yeah, like the spring doesn't keep it all alive right now. This guy doesn't have his like business labeled on here.
Yeah, Nick, it's not that. It's the size of the Allen key that was the issue. Because I even tried like an Allen key set I had, like a decent one. I don't know what brand, DeWalt or something.
Kickstarter, I think. I'm going to find this. Who has the... I'm going to find the website.
Good luck.
I know where it's at. I just got to find it. If that makes sense. I think I'm crazy, but...
There are Allen keys that are metric and standard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the ones you have laying around the house that come with IKEA kits are probably just standard, even though you would think they're
metric for IKEA, but they're the lowest quality. So like they're not gonna be like you want something like a sharper edge to really grip into it.
Right.
IKEA ones are just be like stamped.
That could be. Yeah. So maybe you are right about it, Nick. I'm way behind on it. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Charles Willis, what up? Let's see a whole switchboard. Combine multiple switches. Yeah.
That was actually an idea I wanted to do, was to make them like connectable. That'll probably be like switch V2 if I can figure out a good way to like.
Well, you could come out. What if you made like a mini keyboard that you could slot them into? You know what I mean?
That would be a good idea. Like an acrylic thing I could sell. You just stack them all in there.
Like a desktop mini keyboard, and then you could,
that's actually a good idea. I like that. That's actually vitalcarry.com. That's who has the patent on the
What is it?
Vitalcarry.com.
VitalCarry.
It's called Magbolt Springless Pen. He does it at the top of the pen rather than the bottom. I can post it.
Here we go. VitalCarry. I'm gonna pull it up on.
Oh, he does.
Somebody was asking if most Kickstarter or fidgets get started on Kickstarter. A lot of them do, for sure. Kickstarter is a good way to get crowdfunding without having a following.
Well, I mean, the Kickstarter. I mean, what's good about Kickstarter is there is like a group of people who just buy Kickstarter stuff. So that's a market you're never going to hit unless you do Kickstarter. Like they'll buy anything that's on Kickstarter that's like remotely interesting.
I occasionally do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have bought a lot of products. I've been screwed about 3 times.
Oh, dude, this looks fucking horrible.
But he has the patent, I think, on it, or like patent pending.
It has like a chill pill on the back. So it's fucking hideous. What? So it's a bolt action still?
Well, I mean, that's probably the easiest way to do it. I would have done it on the inside where the pen sits, but
yeah,
I didn't think about doing it on the top.
You could actually have this be good. Repelling magnets, no spring. This doesn't look good at all. I mean, it looks fucking horrible. Sorry, I know. I'm just sitting here roast. And look, he's got minimal tip exposure. Come on, bro.
He makes it the same lathe I have. So
what?
He has the same lathe I have, like the machine that I'd be using to make it. So
sorry, I'm just messing around. But I think it's hideous. Like, what is that dish on the side of it? Why is there a dish?
That's so it's more comfortable.
Where? In your palm when you're trying to write with it? And you got a fucking dish in your palm? Look how big that is. This is... Okay. Sorry, I'm done. Oh, look at that. Includes a hex key Allen wrench for desired refill length adjustment. So
yeah, that's how I would do my design too.
Wait, but doesn't Big Idea Design have a patent on that?
I don't think so. Someone in China was doing it. There's like I got an advertisement for a pen that like drives me insane. It's like we spent the extra money, or a pencil. We spent the extra money to finish it on a Swiss lathe, and like that doesn't make any sense because you're just going to make the pen in one go on the Swiss lathe. You're not going to use it to finish it. It's like the most like it just uses big flashy words for the advertisement. I'm just like, this is so like cringe.
This just looks like gimmicky shit.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Super gimmicky shit. But whatever, if he's selling this stuff, cool. You know?
He does a lot of Kickstarters.
Free 10 feet of Kevlar utility cord with all orders. What is this thing?
A fire starter.
Is it like you just strike on it?
Probably, yeah. It's like a flint strike, but it's like in a nice, cool package. I don't know. Now I'm kind of curious.
$40. I thought it like does something, you know.
Oh, it's on Kickstarter right now. Let's see.
It uses a battery, dude.
Oh, that's cool for like
yeah, so it actually like
for steel wool. I mean, the only problem is you have to have steel wool for it.
Is that true? I don't know.
Yeah, because like steel wool, if you hit it with electricity, will like start igniting. So it's like a good fire starter. So this just kind of lets. Usually, you can do it with a 9-volt battery. You'll typically, if you take a 9-volt battery and touch it to a piece of steel wool, it'll just like fully spark out.
Gotcha. So this won't work on. It won't help you in any other scenario, but if you have steel wool.
It's like if you carry like a fire starting kit, there's some that come with
Yeah, but so here's the problem. Cool, this thing's really small and compact. It's a little keychain. But like I gotta put the steel wool somewhere.
Yeah.
So
well, have you seen the they're like flash cotton?
That's what I mean by gimmick.
It'd be cool if it had like in the end. Well, I guess you couldn't put it in the end because then it would start a fire while it was screwed together.
I don't know why I'm roasting these people, but I'm doing it.
He's a cool guy. I like him. He's
nice. He said discount code is not working. Did you do lowercase? I might have put lowercase, higher case.
People are making it work, I think. Let me see.
What?
I think some people are making it work. Yeah, I've gotten a couple orders.
It might just be you, Steve. Let me change the can I change the damn thing here? You think the capital L and K, we're throwing it off maybe?
I think, yeah, it has to be all lowercase.
I know with Shopify, like on my website, it doesn't matter.
But... Oh, then it should. Yeah, I do it on. I'm through Shopify.
Oh, okay.
Active.
I thought yours was through Etsy. Did you pull it off of there?
Yeah, I had to run away from Etsy because they
the fees, dude. Right?
No, dude. You know what? Everyone hates on Etsy. I wish I could still sell on Etsy. I think I did the math for a couple months of running, and it was like 3% was the difference between Etsy and Shopify. When you look at the like yearly fee, Shopify is expensive. When you do it's like $900 a year.
For what? We pay $20 or something.
Well, you could do basic Shopify, but if you want, which one do I have?
What do you?
I want the free shipping insurance because I ship international a lot. So they give you free shipping insurance on all your orders over $200.
Free.
And I've actually had to use it twice now, so I've already gotten $400 of value from just having that feature enabled.
Yeah, but you could just add the insurance.
But you have to do it for every order. So like this just comes by default with part of it. So like for international, if I were to insure every order, I'd be spending more than I'm going to get back because like it's rare something gets lost. But now I don't even have to think about it. And the process to file a claim, it's not through USPS, it's through another company. So what happened, I sent like one document to them. They sent a survey to the customer. They fill it out. And within like, 3 days, I had my full refund, no questions asked.
That's pretty good.
It's not like USPS where they're, they try whatever they can to keep you from getting it.
I didn't even know you can get. I didn't even know that was an option with Shopify.
You have to. It's the minimum plan, so it's $852 a year. It's the Shopify plan.
Huh? Yeah, I think we pay like $20 a month or something. Or
I can have staff members, but it's just me, so that's pointless. But yeah, so basics $29, Shopify $79 a month. Oh yeah, so it's not $900 a month, $900 a year. Sorry, or $850 a year.
You said that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think. Wait, and you said it's free insurance on every package over 200.
Merchants get $200 coverage with each eligible Shopify shipping purchase.
So all my labels, $200 coverage on every order.
$200 on every order.
So up to 200 basically.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I mean, that covers.
No, I mean that would have covered, like, we spent, I think I spent like, was it $3,000 or I don't know, when we shipped our last pre-order, because we had like 400 packages go out and we insured, I think, every one for like $300.
Yeah. So
And it was an extra like $3 a package. You know, so 3 times. Yeah, so it was like
through
$1,200.
USPS, right? It was through USPS.
Well, that's the thing. Does it work on UPS too?
Yeah, well, UPS has their own, but this is basically, it's not through the shipping provider. It's through an insurance company that Shopify uses.
That's cool.
So it's like you don't have to deal directly with the USPS or UPS.
Right. But you only get 200 back.
Yeah, so if you're selling big items, you probably want to do your own insurance. But
yeah, but if you're selling like us, it's like $300 knives. If you ship,
even if you got $200 back, like that would still cover
if you
the
ship
cost.
400 of them and you lose 2 of them and you get 400 back, it's still, yeah, that's not bad. I will think about that, because we would have actually spent less doing that.
You also get like a discount
on insurance. We didn't have to put in a single claim either.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then you also get like discount on like your fees that you
yeah.
You know,
it's all rackets, but you know.
But yeah, no, I mean, I liked Etsy. Etsy was fine. I mean, Etsy, I did what, like 35,000 sales, like customers or no, transactions through Etsy. And like, it's great. You just got free traffic. You know, with you do Shopify, you have to like get everyone to go to your website. And I mean, I have at least a following on Instagram, so I kind of have that. But if I didn't have the following I built from Etsy, they'd be a pain. Like, I don't know if I can do it.
Why did you switch?
Etsy pulled down 3 of my chill pills. Someone reported me because it goes against Etsy products.
Why?
They prohibit the sale of strong magnets in a form factor that's under 1.25 inches.
What?
Yeah, it's a choking hazard.
That's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I think when you got yours, like when you were with your daughter, I told you like, oh, just make sure you keep, like, I'm very cautious with it. Like even with my own kids now with them, because like it is magnets. Like magnets aren't great for kids, but like you've seen the bottle I put it in. It's childproof bottle. I put on the label like do not eat, and I put the yellow sticker over top of it because I just want to be extra cautious that people understand they're magnets, because like we're in Sioux, USA, so and like the last thing I'd ever want to have is like a kid get injured or someone get injured from magnets.
That is, I guess, a good thought, but like that's just good parenting. You gotta But then again, dude, my kid fucking sprayed herself with isopropyl alcohol yesterday. Like we were literally, my wife and I were both in the room. I think I was like taking a knife apart earlier, and I put everything away. But I guess I left this. I have a spray bottle that I fill up with isopropyl, and I guess I left it like up on my desk or whatever. And we were all just like playing in the bedroom, like I was throwing her around on the bed, whatever. She's 2, right?
Yeah.
And literally like a second later, she rolled off the bed, and then I turn and I see her grab the bottle, and I'm like, no, and I run over there. By the time I got it out of her hand, she pulled the fucking trigger with it, like spraying at her face, like had to spray it at her face. And I shielded her eye and like caught it. And I think she got like a little bit in her eye. So I just poured water in her eyes real quick. She was fine.
The first 3 years of raising a kid is just keeping it from killing itself.
Yeah. But it freaked me out. I'm like, dude, we were literally like both of us right there in a pretty small room, like paying attention to her, and then the blink of an eye, she's got fucking whatever. And it's like, and then today I was fixing our cabinet in the kitchen, and I was like tightening it up because it was like starting to, the cabinet when it closes is starting to get a little bit loose or whatever. And she comes over to help, and my wife's right there. We're both right there. And she walks away. All of a sudden, my wife's out in the living room. She's like, "Where'd you get?" She's got fucking bleach in her hands. Like she must have went in the cabinet. We have a lock on it, but I unlocked it, and I was sitting in front of it fixing it, and somehow didn't even see her grab this bottle of spray bleach. And she sprayed the kitchen table a couple of times before my wife got her. Like just shit like that. But the problem comes when you don't have somebody paying attention like that,
Yeah.
Like if we had left her alone for 5 minutes with it, she'd be in trouble probably,
Yeah.
So, but it's like, I don't know.
But yeah, that's why I had to get off Etsy. It's unfortunate. I mean, they only took down 3, but
yeah,
the
but
message
you're trying to
basically,
sell those. It's your
yeah,
most popular product, right?
yeah, and they also said if we find anything else, we might ban your whole account. So I'm like, you know what? I took them all down, opened Shopify like that day, learned how to all use it, and had to like migrate everything over. I mean, it's a better shopping
Dude,
experience. Like, what I
Shopify,
created.
it's so easy to use.
Well, and then like what I've created for my website, like the fact that I have like Chill Pill Builder now and like individual halves. Like before, it was like I had like a million different listings, and you had to like find which one you wanted. Like now, you can kind of just build
You
what you
basically
want.
had to like DM you and be like, I want this. And
Yeah,
then you would
and then
send
like if you wanted something strange,
custom orders, remember?
yeah. So like that worked out really nice.
What is the website anyway? Because I literally tried, I think I tried fidgetthings.com earlier.
That's it, yeah.
I fucking spelled it wrong. Yeah, here it is. So if anybody's curious, if you came in late, I got Derek on from FidgetThings. This is his website, and he makes these coins. Do you have any of these right now?
Yeah, I have a little bit of a backlog on them, but they're always in stock. I just got titanium finally again. If
Do
you
you
like
still
that material.
custom make this stuff like to order or?
Yeah, so I machine out the cavities and make the plates, and then when you make an order, I do the engraving at time of order.
Okay.
And then I offer custom too. Like if you want to do your own custom design,
Right.
you can just send me a vector. Like that's like the appealing thing to CoinFig. Like it's not going to be the same level as like the hand like NJT. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
It's not going to be at like that level and like clickiness and like special, but like you can literally get exactly what you want. And like I have 3 different or 4 different like options for the like the plate and the sliding mechanism, and then the design I have 27 different like designs. So you can kind of get, something that's more tailored to you.
Right.
And then you can change it out. So like if you buy one, you don't like the
Yeah, I remember trying like all 4 or 5.
Yeah, that was the initial thing, and like you messaged me and was like, yeah, you can send it back, and that's how I got you the chill pill. And like you and like who was the other guy? There's someone that came to the group, that came to the community like real quick. Sean Dumas.
Yeah, Sean.
He bought basically every single type, but got the same engraving on everything, and like he didn't like them either. And like when you can buy every single type and only get one type of engraving, like it wasn't the item for you. The item's for like someone that really wants to like make something special.
Right.
So.
Gotcha. And then there's the utility knives. This is the slide.
Yeah, I'm out of the snap right now. The slide I still do, and that's the same thing. I do finishing, like everything's raw, and then when they pick a finish, that's when I apply.
This is titanium.
Yeah, my goal was to make this.
Keys right earlier.
Yeah,
and it uses a magnet, right?
Yeah, so a magnet holds the blade and pulls in the lock, and you push down, and you can do it without the button or with the button.
Or if you want to show it, there you go.
Pretty simple.
So you can take the button off?
Yeah, so like you don't need the button. The button's like an extra thing. So if you're just like a guy that wants to use his fingers, I made the slot for even
finger guy. How well does it hold in place?
Like from going down?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pushing on it.
So is it like locked in place?
Yeah, so like I wish I wouldn't take apart. Like there's basically 2 notches. And the magnets are on the face, so it's basically pulling the blade, and then it catches the notch on the blade. So like unless you're like using it cutting and you're shaking it a lot, like if you're dragging it, it's pretty. You'd shake it out, but like if you're using like a normal utility and just applying straight force, it's not going to come out.
It has 2 positions.
Well, I mean technically 3, so you can go like just normal open, and then you can do the extra length of the second notch.
Looks like it's fidgety too.
Yeah, I mean you could just do.
Nice.
So I like this knife. I mean, I didn't push it hard enough to like try to sell. It was just like I just wanted a cheap titanium utility knife because all the other people are making them out of aluminum. They're charging $100 for them. And then the goal was to use the same fixture I used to make snap.
$70. Yeah, that's good for titanium for sure. Usually they're like $100.
Yeah, like titanium. Everyone charges an arm and a leg.
This one's the one we were talking about earlier, the snap, but it's not available.
Yeah, I had I think when last time I messaged you, I had like 10 made, and then that was for like the last couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden, randomly one week I sold like 6. Like someone posted about it, or someone like got hint of it.
Right.
I did a Kickstarter for this initially.
Yeah, this is cool. I want to try one of these eventually. If you make them again.
Yeah, I'm gonna redesign. I mean, I've gotten a lot better at machining since I first designed them, so it kind of helps. And like the acid finish is still my favorite. Like the last one I just shipped out, someone ordered an acid finish, and it's
nice.
It kills me probably a little bit every time I do it, but it's fun to make. I'm just sitting in my garage.
What does it do every time?
Like it probably kills me a little bit.
Oh,
because you know they do that finish, right?
You gotta dunk it in something.
Well, you heat it up to like right before it gets red hot, so like it's kind of like brown glowing. If you go too hot, it doesn't work. So you get it like right to where it's starting to change the color, and then you dip it in ferric acid, and that's how you quench it, and that just gives that really crazy like pattern on it.
I'll try it real quick. Let's see if it's you or the code. See if I can do this.
I swear I'm not hiding it from everyone.
What was it? Live with
Kev.
Yeah. Looks like it's you, Steve-O. It worked. I even typed it in lowercase. What?
Don't do the semicolon or the colon you have after it.
Yeah, I don't know. What's going on, Steve? Come on, man.
I want to do something special for tonight. Do I have the pry bar? I don't have any. I'm really bad. Like I sell everything I make. I only keep the.
I'm kind of the same way. I like to just get stuff out the door.
And like I only keep stuff that has blemishes.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Like the knives I keep all have some kind of issue. Like this one's got the strongest detent ever. I fucking love it though. That's why I kept this one.
Because you had your own design made, right? Like
yeah, I have a few now.
Was it hard to like source that?
No, I know a bunch of Chinese OEMs that make them. I'm trying to have one made in the U.S., but it's fucking really hard.
Or so many ideas I never pursued.
What?
All the things in my drawer, like ideas that I was like, oh, this will be fun.
Oh, like a little
scalpel, but like the flip mechanism was just bizarre.
That's pretty cool.
It was just way too thick, and then like I got bored and I just moved on to the next project.
Let's see. Let's see the pry bar. Yeah, you want to see the pry bar. I think that counts as a knife. All I heard was $70 titanium knife. Yeah. Yep. Somebody asked about the Lefty Carnival. No, I haven't tried it, and no, I'm not interested in it either. It just looks stupid to me.
What's the Lefty Carnival?
I have the coin fig with engraving in cart. I don't know why it's not working for you, dude. Is it applied to all products?
Should be. Let me double check. I'll make sure.
That's the only thing I can think of, Steve, is that he doesn't have it applied to everything. It's the one thing with the codes is it can be a little annoying. But usually the annoying thing is when you add a code or you add a product, you have to go back to the fucking code and set it.
Oh, you know what? That's actually the problem. Let's fix that.
It's Steve. No, it's Steve. It's not the code.
I mean, Steve, you know what? I think you should try it one more time right now. I mean, maybe like an 8th time's a charm.
Try it again, Steve. Sorry, dude.
But thanks for letting me know. Oh, that's the roulette thing from Lefty, right?
Yeah, it looks. I don't understand the point of it.
mean,
there's so many fidgets that like I just don't like. They're definitely form over function, and I can't get with that.
It's the I mean the China like market making, like they're so much more like flashy with the designs.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Loudy stuff. I like the skull. Like whoever does the graphic, like whoever came with that like theme, I dig it. Like I always wanted the dice set, just because I would actually use the dice, but I never wanted to spend. They were like, I think they were like $100 a die.
Yeah, they're expensive.
They're cool. So like, what's your most like? Do you have it like what you want the most?
What do you mean?
Like if you're like pick a fidget, like do you have your grail? Like have you got like the number one you want? Is there still one that you want to get, you just can't get your hands on, or it's just too expensive?
Not really.
No.
No. Like when it comes to fidgets, like I said, I've kind of been through the.
What about knife?
No, I don't know. I'm weird like that. I don't have like grails. Like I just buy
there's
like,
a
the
knife
shit I want. I just find it. I get it.
There's still a knife I want just because I don't ever see myself making it, and that's a VC Edge.
Oh yeah, the interface.
Yeah, I watched his videos when he's first making them, and like that thing, that's cool. Like the way he does it.
Yeah, they're fucking expensive though.
I mean, the tooling he has to use to make them, like it makes
totally my fault. Yeah.
sense.
That's great. Yeah, but they're like, what I don't understand is why the fat carbon ones cost so much more. Like the regular carbon fiber ones he sells for like 900 or 1,000 or something. But if you get one with fat carbon, it's like $3,000. And I just don't understand why it's.
Is that the one that has like the Makudi accents though?
I don't know.
I think because he calls that like he calls it has a term for it. Where it's it's like fully blinged out. I can't remember what he uses it for, but it has. Yeah, I think it's full dress is what he calls it, and
that one. Then it would be $3,000, sure. But like I've seen ones. I swear they don't. Let's see if I can pull up his site.
I almost bought one his last drop, and I'm like, I shouldn't spend the money on
the pre-order.
Yeah.
What's his? Isn't it VC Edge?
No, it's something different. He doesn't have it. It's
VC Edge knives. Okay. Let me overpriced. Somebody said knives interface. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. Yeah, sure. He calls this full dress, but like what's on here?
Yeah, see.
Okay, it's like Moku Mei and shit on here, or Moku Tai.
I don't know how much that carbon fiber is. Like if you buy it,
it's not that expensive. Like, the material he used on this was probably, I don't know. At the most, it was probably like $85 or $100, and he's probably buying more than one cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm wondering with that carbon fiber, can you get like a big enough sheet? Because like maybe
you can get, yeah. You can
I don't know enough about carbon fiber, so
the fat carbons you can get in like I think they make those in like 8-foot sheets, like big ass sheet. But you can also get it in a sheet that's like 3x5 just to make one knife.
Okay. Huh? Then I don't know.
And like this would cost you like maybe $85.
Have you seen how he makes that blade though?
No, I haven't seen how he makes it. I know that it's wrapped around it or whatever. But
yeah, it's wild, and how it holds together and how light the things are. And the fact that he does it all on a Tormach, like it's.
What is full dress about this one?
Is that maybe zirconium?
But why? It still doesn't add up to $2,800 to me.
Oh no, Cerakote satin bar lock bar.
I don't know why I can't scroll down on this side
to keep you guessing.
Oh, there. I have to go all the way down. I can buy it right now?
Oh, it's available.
Nope.
Oh.
62 HRC, M390, blah, blah, blah. Dark theme, custom, convex blade. You see titanium, Cerakote, satin black. It's all titanium, dude.
Oh.
Fat carbon side cut carbon fiber scales. There's, again, no reason for that to cost $2,800. This is my point.
He could just be like really, his stuff sought after and he's willing to.
I think it's because they're handmade. Like, my personal guess on this is these right here, he can make a bunch of parts at once. But like this one, he's making this individual lock bar by itself. He's making this pivot by itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
it's all individual pieces made for one knife. It's literally a custom. He should be calling these custom, not full dress. And these should be called production. You know what I mean? I'm saying that's how my brain...
No, you totally make sense.
Yeah.
He can only make, I think, like 2 at a time on his machine.
So I don't know. But that would be my reasoning for it, is he can make, he can do the hardware and the liners in batches or whatever, something like that.
That makes sense.
But I think they're awesome. I want one. The one I handled, I wish it had a stronger detent, but other than that, it's really cool.
I'm wondering if you're kind of limited on the detent because it's just a ring that's in the carbon fiber. So like, can you get as much? Like, is there any kind of give to the carbon fiber, like when it locks up? Like the locking mechanism is like still titanium, but since the overall handle of the blade is, like more flexible, I wonder if you can actually get a super hard lockup on it.
I don't know.
Because like there's just a little bit of flex.
You can have a stronger detent and not have crazy strong lock bar tension or whatever.
Oh shit, yeah, I mean that makes sense. Okay, yeah, you're right.
You would just have to like drill a deeper hole, use a bigger ball. I don't know how you would do it, but I don't think that would be the problem. I think the one I had was fine. Like, it just wasn't strong enough for me. Like, I want it to, if it's going to be a flipper only knife, I want it to have like a lot of resistance.
Okay.
That's just how I am though. That's like my thing. I'm super picky about it. Just put in an order for 2 pills. Awesome, Steven.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
That's by far my favorite. It's like top 3 fidget for me would be the NJT coins, the chill pill, and the probably the Compaform Laugh Now Cry Later coin. Maybe the CP3. Those would be like my 4 favorites.
Oh, Compaform. That guy is interesting. He's in Russia, right?
Yeah.
I want to know I want to see like how he does his finishing or what he does.
His machining is insane. Yeah, like the finishing is fucking insane. And that laser treated titanium.
He does the coating. He does the he was the first to do PVD coating on a slider and make titanium work.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's laser treated titanium. That's how he gets it to work.
And it's the PVD. It's the same thing you do for, at least I think, based on like what I understand of it, it's the same coating they put on like tooling to make the parts. Like, you coat your tooling.
PVD coating?
Not PVD. Sorry, that was the wrong. It was it's the same coating they put on tools. Like
you're not talking about DLC, are you?
What is it?
DLC?
No, not PVD. That was the wrong word. I can't think of what it's called now. But the way they, like, for instance, the tools I have from Alien Tools, they sent me some samples. They use a laser coating to apply it.
Huh.
And it basically,
he calls it laser treated titanium.
Yeah, it adds lubricity. Like, it causes like for machining, you put it on tools, so like titanium or aluminum doesn't stick to it. It adds like a nano surface, so it's like chips won't stick to the tools, and it adds durability to it up to a certain temperature. So that's why you put on machine tools, because when you're cutting, like aluminum's really gummy and titanium's really gummy. So if you don't have a coating on the tools, sometimes it'll bind up and it just turns into like a flat shank and then it breaks. So you put those coatings on it to increase tool life and cause it to not. Yeah, TIN is certain. There's TIN, there's Altin, there's a whole bunch of different coatings you can put on tools. And I think that's what he's doing with the sliders also.
TIN is
titanium nitrate.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically PVD though. It's like that's like this is a titanium nitride.
Yeah.
Finish.
And it's really expensive to do unless you do a lot of
what?
It's really expensive to do unless you're doing like a lot of stuff. Like unless the people that are doing it are doing a lot at once.
Yeah, or it's China.
Yeah, or it's China.
This is not expensive. In the grand scheme of things, it's definitely not expensive.
I mean, if you did one knife, it would be expensive, but China probably has that oven or however the vacuum chamber.
But I also don't think this is a laser applied method. This is vapor or whatever.
Yeah, vapor change. Yeah, that might be the difference. I'd have to look more into it, but there's like a science to it. I just know that's what the coating adds, like the
Science. I feel like Compiform may be a trained jeweler. He uses a lot of the same processes.
It's probably true. Have you seen the
dude? His stuff is gnarly. Like the yeah.
Yeah, no, he has, and like when he made the
oh, that's
Argyle,
right. I talked to you about the you had the Argyle V2, right?
I didn't have it, but I was trying to get that same aspect in tactile.
To get and it worked, dude.
Yeah, I figured it out, but it wasn't as strong. But then I think you told me the Argyle isn't strong when you have it that way, right? Like, it
right.
Doesn't that well. Yeah, so I figured out how you do it. But the fact that, like, I think when they're referring to the jeweler technique, you could think it's like he laser welds the entire seam and then polishes it. You can't see it.
Fucking crazy.
I didn't want to do that because I wanted to give people the option. That's why I made the screws. But that was a pain.
Yeah, that's right. I remember now. I was talking to you when you figured it out.
Yeah, that was when I first. Where is it? What's the first one I made?
Actually, I think I figured it out and then gave you the idea.
I think, yeah. I'll agree to that. Like, this was the first technical tactile. Like, before I made tactile, I made these giant sliders. And, like, you could see how big they were.
Yeah. Bigger might not be bad, though.
Yeah, no, they were fine. Some people liked them. I only made a handful. It's like one of those things like, oh, this is really cool, and I made a handful. And, like, I see people's feedback, and the number one feedback is like, it's too big. My hands are too small.
When did you make those? I never saw those, right?
I literally, yeah, no, I don't think you messaged me yet when I was making these. This is what inspired tactile. But if you look at it, it's exactly the same. Well, actually, this pattern I did like hexagons, and then I was like, okay, I'll do like the the ripples for the tactile, but the same thing. It's just two shells screwed together. But this one was a 4x3 click.
I love the 4x3, man.
Yeah,
dude, I had such a fucking hard time swapping the magnets on the tactile.
No one understands you're supposed to use the 10.
Dude, I tried and they were fucking like shooting all over the place. When I got was it Magnus or Modusworks? When I got one of those, I figured it out pretty easy. Like, it was like something that clicked in my head. Like, you just hold it the other way, and then. But I think yours is different because you had magnets like on both sides, right?
Yeah, it's definitely like, it took me a while to figure it out. Like, when I used to assemble coin figs, I would just be in the garage like cursing because I'm like,
dude,
if you look at the original,
that one I wanted to fucking murder. When
oh my god, 27 magnets. I think you had one of the originals, and like as soon as you open that thing, you have 27 magnets.
Yeah,
like, it's like a frag grenade. And like, I used to be in the garage making them, and I'd be like there, like carefully putting each little magnet in place and like moving the clamshell. And then I figured out, oh my god, I could use these metal tins, and that helped. And then I changed the design completely because it was killing me. So like now all the plates for coin fig have the magnets embedded into it. That way it brought the magnets closer, so the stronger feel. And then like when you're switching your plates out, if you take it apart, the magnets are attached to the plates. So I kind of made it easier for average person to take care of it.
I just don't know if the Compiform stuff is TIN or PVD or anything. It doesn't, because that has never crossed my mind, but I guess it could be.
That's the first connection. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but like I remember when he like first announced that he talked about the laser coating. I'm like, that's the same terminology they use when I'm looking at my the tools I buy.
Like laser treated to me means like it's laser treated.
Laser treated.
But it probably is.
I tried doing the same thing with I posted some stories when I was doing tactile where I tried laser treating the stainless to blacken it. And that actually did make a difference.
Yeah, I don't know. Modusworks is awesome. Yeah, the Wrap V2 is really good.
That was like the first modular side. Well, he started with the something called.
Yeah, the little ones.
Yeah, that thing was cool. He was the first one to do screws, to screw like removable plates and like cages.
Yeah, that's definitely a solid.
And he has like so many different, like he does cool. He does like the exotics and
really. I had one made. It was Zerk with micarta inlays. It was really cool, but it was like $450.
So like, is it just like a shell and then you can pop in the inlays from the bottom? Like I've never actually held one.
I don't know how he does
the embedded.
The inlays were like in there. Like I don't. Okay, there was no way for me to remove it that I saw. So I think he glues them in or whatever.
Okay.
And then the plates. His cool thing is he uses the steel plates.
Yeah, he has a stainless steel plate, and they're slightly curved. Really well.
What?
They're slightly curved, like they're not.
Yeah, there's something he does to them. There's a pattern on them, and the way that they work really well.
No, I mean I don't care what people say. Like stainless steel, like that plate, like works. Like it's one of the best sliding plates.
Yeah,
like the finish good. Like I made a batch of coin fig plates that were stainless, and it was one of my favorite. Like even the Zerk plates I made.
Yeah, people get weird about it because stainless steel, it's not fancy. But I don't know if it works.
This is like better, the smoothest I had for it, but like these plates were a pain. I only made them once, but like you can hear that it's like not even
right.
It's just good. Like even the Zerk plates, even them, like it's a good material, but it's not like even what stainless is. So.
No, man, we haven't really gotten anywhere on that. I'm trying to make a bottle cap haptic coin.
Oh, it'll look just like an actual bottle cap.
Like it'll look like a bottle cap, but then it'll be snap like a haptic coin. Because my knife company is all our stuff is named after beer stuff, alcohol related shit. So it would make sense.
I'm trying to think like, would you make the whole bottom rotate, or would you just make it like kind of inside the lip rotate?
That's where I think I would just I would do like the top would be the bottle cap part, and then it would just be a perfectly round.
That's kind of hidden inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. And then you could snap by holding the coin part, I guess. I don't know. I'd have to figure that part out. But we have so many knife projects. It's like, just haven't gotten to that. I have a pen designed. I haven't really designed that coin. I just have the idea. But I don't know. Got so many other things to do first.
Pen market seems like crazy to get into.
Yeah, like I just want a fucking good click pen, dude. That's the only reason.
If you design that, if you get that in a good spot, then that'd be different. Yeah,
it's the only reason I want to do it is just to get a goddamn click pen.
Like the only tritium chill pill. That now the guy mentions it. Someone just said,
dude, that's awesome.
I did a drill and put one tritium tube in it, but yeah, I mean, tritium's so like dull. This is just kind of a test when I was doing a collab. I didn't go forward with it because. I don't know. It felt too gimmicky.
I'd have to see it like in the dark, but I don't know.
Yeah,
couldn't you do it where you like drill 5 holes and put like 5 different colors in?
So with the lathe I have, see, there's like difference. Like a standard lathe is X and Y, or no, Z and X, like motion. So you can just drill right and then go up and down. So if you wanted to do. And then you can get the another one I have is Z, X, and C. So C is the spindle can position wherever it wants. And then if you want to do what you're saying, like drill a hole around the perimeter, you need a Y-axis lathe to do that. Or you need to have a C-axis lathe with a live tooling, and they start getting really expensive. So I was looking at getting a new lathe, and it was $180,000. And that's cheap. Like it gets expensive, and then like I almost bought it, but
like a Swiss lathe, those are like 500,000, right?
No, Swiss lathe's not that bad. You can get I think like your cheapest Swiss lathe. Like there's one I was looking at like 180 for an off-brand.
A lot, dude.
It's a lot. No, like I mean it is. I mean the money you can make from it, it can basically print if you have a design and work to do with it.
Right.
The catch of the lathe I was looking at is like, okay, I'll get it. I'll put it in my garage. I would have needed a dedicated 225 amp breaker for it. That's my whole house.
Yeah.
for that one machine. So I was like, I can't buy it. I was like, I literally got all the details, getting all the information, talking to the sales guy, and like, okay, I just got to verify my electrical power. Was talking to a phase converter company, and they're like, okay, so you need this phase converter, and that's going to require a 225 amp dedicated circuit. And I was like, I'm never going to get that.
Yeah,
that's like if I have my own shop, like outside of my house, I could get something like that. But I think I'm doing this on the side. So would it be as fun or easy to do if I was doing it outside of my house? I don't know.
No, you would have to start doing it full time, or
yeah, and like I have to. And then my wife also said,
is that ever your plan or no?
The only thing that would ever drive me to do this full time is if my job was like, hey, you can't work from home anymore, or your position's being moved and I couldn't get another position. And then I would use this as like my backup plan, which I think would probably be the best motivation. But yeah,
because
I don't know if it'd be fun anymore. Like, would I enjoy doing it? Like right now I'm doing it because I enjoy making the stuff and designing stuff and like learning new things.
Yeah, but it takes up a lot of fucking time, dude.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I want to do it, like switch to full time, is because I don't have the time for everything I want to do.
Like the worst part, I mean, like it's not even the making the stuff that takes the longest, it's the packaging. The packaging.
Yeah, you got to ship stuff. You got to, and I'm one of the, like the way I am, whenever we do like a drop or something like that, like I can't just sit on people's orders. Like I have to get them out the door.
It stresses you out like after a while.
Yeah, like I can't sleep until every order in my queue is packed and shipped. Like I literally will get them all out the door the same day.
I put a 7-day like business or 7-day business lead time on all my orders.
I could do that, but like I just wouldn't do it, you know. But I'm not making them, dude. I'm just taking something and packaging it and shipping it. So there is a difference there. Like you have to physically make some of these.
Yeah.
They're not just sitting on a shelf.
That's true.
So people have to understand in that case, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
for me, it's like I have them. It just comes down to having time to pack and ship stuff. But I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to get better at, is like making things in batches and getting them to the point to where they're like fully finished, ready to just be final assembled. So like the chill pill, for instance, taking off a lathe, doing the hand finishing, laser engraving the inside and tumbling it, and then having all those halves in my like inventory drawer, so that when I go to assemble, I just have to grab the half and a magnet and put it together. Before I was literally, I would make them up to the point of hand finishing. I just had like a bin of just like unfinished parts, and I would go and like just start hand finishing and spend like 6 hours making orders. Now I've gotten it down to where like when I do that in better chunks, it's a little bit more manageable.
Right. You already have a CNC machine, right?
Who?
You. Yeah,
I got the lathe in the mill.
Okay. Well, he was saying at that price, you'd be better off going for a CNC.
Yeah, no, it's CNC. I don't even want to know how people, like the people who make stuff with manual machines and sell them, like I don't know how they do it.
Well, he's saying because you were talking about $180,000 Swiss lathe or something.
Yeah.
You already have,
that's like super CNC. That would be awesome because I could make a chill pill, load a piece of material, and it would spit me out a finished pill that would look better than the hand finishing I could do.
Do it.
But I totally would. But when the power like requirements came out, I was like,
oh, right.
Yeah, that completely stifled me.
You can't just add
I'm in an HOA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're allowing you to do what you're doing now.
Allowing.
You don't know.
I mean, my stuff's pretty, like my garage is pretty well insulated. I don't open my garage and I don't make a lot of noise. Like I'm not running. I mean, I run it pretty late sometimes, but I'm also like a corner lot with like neighbors, and the garage is the furthest position away from all my neighbors. So
do you have ventilation?
I put a mini split in my garage. So there's no technical, I guess there's no airflow in there, but I got a mini split to like control the humidity. And then I have an air like filter thing It like moves the air and like runs it through a filter to capture like dust and coolant. It's not bad in there. It's actually it kind of gets nice in there in the summer than normal because it's so small and the AC is pumping like full blast.
I just picture my buddy Brent. He bought a house and he has this garage and he turned it into like a shop/office studio. And now it's just like he just buys more and more and more and more tools and shit. And it's like you can't even fucking walk in there.
Yeah, I got rid of a whole bunch.
I mean, the garage can't be that big, right?
It's
If
20
like an HOA kind of townhouse thing.
That's not a townhouse. It's a house.
Oh,
it's,
okay.
It's good. It's a 2-car garage, like 20 by 20. It's like
okay. I was thinking something different.
My last house, it was a 2-car garage that I had to park the 2 cars in and put my CNC machines in.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that was I would have to like literally I'd wake up, open the garage door, back up my wife's car so I can get to the CNC machine or pull it forward so I'd have room to work, and then like when I'm done for the night, back the car back into where it needs to be. Or I would just leave it because she had like a Honda Fit, so I can like kind of like squeeze my body and use the machine by her car. And then on the other side was a lathe, and I had like to move my car to use it. And it was a pain. So I don't miss that.
Have you ever seen this?
That's the Axiom.
What
is it called? Axiom?
I don't know. It's from TEC Accessories.
Yeah, so I think it's a clone of Axiom Orbit. I think is what they made.
It like there's 3 balls on it. They're magnetized.
Yeah. What's it called?
Is it there's no way it's a clone.
It's a clone. That was like the OG spinner from back in 2017, 2018.
Yeah. But they're like loose. Hold on.
Yeah, no, that was it.
Here, let me pull up what I'm looking at now. Jim Skelton actually sent me this. He had like a prototype or something.
Oh man, I can't remember the guy's name.
Keychain lanyard. The Orbiter, they call it. Here it is.
What's the name of the
original
website?
Orbiter. What?
What's the name of the website?
TECaccessories.com.
Yeah, it's a clone. I just can't remember the name of. What's his name?
There's all different colors and shit.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a clone because he didn't have colors when he originally launched it. It got launched in 18.
Well, the problem with this one, which I think they made more after this is a prototype, is that the magnets aren't strong enough. It's like the balls will fall off pretty easy. But once you get it like spinning and shit, it's kind of fun.
No, I really like that idea. There was also,
but hearing that it's a clone is kind of annoying.
What is it? I'm gonna have to find it in my group.
What's going on, Dopey? What up, Sharif? I'm on a little mission to get Sharif to 1,000 subs. So anybody who's not subscribed to Sharif, go subscribe real quick. He's got some really cool videos he's been making lately. Hold on, let me trying to search for people's YouTube channels sucks sometimes.
That's something I really wish I could kick off.
What?
My YouTube.
You don't have one?
I have one. I post a shorts every week to it, but
wait, what am I doing?
Just can't like I want to make videos of like my shop and like making stuff. It's so hard to like take your camera and like go, let's do this.
Go subscribe, guys. See if we can get them close. How many people we got? We got 80 people. I want to see that number go from 959 to like 980. Come on. Come on, fools. Leave the live. Go subscribe. That's how you're going to enter the giveaway tonight, actually.
You're going to give away? We're giving away.
I always give away shit. So I did a video. Well, I filmed it. Let me pull this down. There's a link in the comments, guys. You got to go subscribe to get in on this. So I did a video on these pocket, like pill container things.
Okay.
Titanium pill holder things. So I have a bunch now that I bought that I don't need. So I'm gonna give away one of those. I got this bottle of KPL. Which one's this? Ultralight. And then I have stickers, and I got this Migaron knife. This is awesome, by the way, guys. This is the Moyarl knife. It's like, I think it's one of their budget knives. It's like $50 or something, but it's got a titanium pocket clip. It's in 14C, and this has the best detent on a budget knife I think I've ever handled. And I put skiffs in here. Really good thumb flick. Really good ergos on it. Like that. I love this thing. Just filmed the review and everything. It's really good for whatever they're charging. $50, $60.
Seems like a good steal for it.
That'll be the giveaway.
Okay, maybe I might be wrong. Actually, Tech Accessories is the original maker. Thinking of a different thing.
Yeah, it seemed weird, man. How do you know that? Is there like a website?
Are you in like Daily Fidget? There's a group.
Yeah.
They've been around since like the start of it. Well, they branched off of Spin Space, which like the original founder of it was like a pedophile or something. So then Daily Fidget started.
So many weird things there.
Yeah, basically he was like the leader of the group. Everyone liked him, and then like a news report came out that he was a teacher for like elementary school, and he was arrested for being with one of his students. So it was an interesting story, and everyone just like disbanded the group.
Thank you, Rocky. Sorry, I can't see the damn StreamYard. Kills me on that, but thank you, Rocky. He donated 5 memberships. Appreciate that. You the man, Rocky.
Have you heard of the pendulum? Is it called the pendulum?
Oh yeah, that thing looks terrible.
Oh,
sorry.
I thought it was a cool design.
I've heard a few people have tried it and just hate it.
You like just I used to make a toy like similar. It's called the flopper. It was just like a single berry with an arm of weights, and you just like shake it and it would just spin around.
Okay.
Same with the concept. I mean, his was like a really cool metal, and people do some weird stuff with it.
Hey, you guys are doing better, but I'm not giving away this shit until he hits 980 at least. So don't be lazy on your couch. 81 of you. We only got like 13 subscribers out of that. Let's go. Let's go. I like abusing my powers.
That's good.
Go subscribe. Then go buy some shit at FidgetThings. I'm just kidding.
Keep me busy.
It doesn't count, B for Baron. Unsubscribe and resubscribe. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. But he said I unsubscribed and resubscribed just to do my part.
Just create more accounts and sub, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, get your mom to sub. Get your grandma to sub. Get your daughter to sub. Come on, guys. I know a lot of people are going to be like, I'm already subscribed. Well, fuck you. No, he's been doing some really funny videos. That just watch like the first 5 minutes of these. Obviously, watch the whole thing, but the intros have been cracking me up.
At least run in the background.
Like this one, he's wearing like a ski mask, and I don't want to just play a video, but
for over a year for.
Oh shit! Skip that part because I.
Hey, knife people, I've got a pre-order for you. Just $400. All right, dude, I'm game. $400. It's a little expensive, but I like your stuff. How long do I have to wait? Don't worry about wait times, man. It's totally gonna be worth it. Just, give me your money and, I'll keep you posted. All right, dude, you seem like a good guy. All right, here's my $400. Take it and, dude, looking forward to the knife, bud.
Many months later.
It's been 6 months already, and I haven't heard a word from you. Don't worry, bro. They're coming.
One eternity later.
It's been a year.
Oh God.
Can I get a refund? The knives are shipping next month, man. I can't give you a refund.
Eventually.
Finally, man, after what? 13, 14 months, I'm getting my knife. Hell yeah, dude. Awesome. Dude, what is this?
This is a true story.
This is what I waited
I
Right.
can
for over a year for?
Not even from knives. Great.
Anyway, he's been killing it with the videos, and but that was like he was poking fun at somebody who recently did a pre-order that was like 15 months, and then a lot of people had issues with the detents when they
How do
finally
you
got
mess
them.
up after 15 months? Or do you just call it quits and
There's a OEM in China, Riot Knives, and they're like the most popular. Like they made this knife. They made so many of these knives that are being made, designed and then made over there because their quality is fucking bar none. They're fucking fantastic. But they've taken on so much work that like now their wait times are like 15 months for even like that guy that he was talking to. It's Liang Ma, by the way, if anybody's curious, but he's like one of their best customers. Like he has a really strong relationship with them. And he still had to wait 15 months for his order.
then it still came out like
people are dying in between pre-orders. Like, like we, as a company for like my company, Divo Knives, we do pre-orders when we have to. We're trying to get away from it and do shorter ones. But like 6 months is like where I start feeling like I don't really want to even take your money,
Yeah, that's a long time.
And it'll somewhere in that range. Like the last one we did in October, and they should be shipping this month. So like it's bordering on that 6 months. And I've been feeling shitty about it for like 3 of those 6 months, just how it is. But like 12, 15 months, I don't even know, like, then again, in that case, he only took a deposit. Like he took $100, I think, when he did the thing. But then he took the rest of it in August, and then they delivered in like February or something because of a mix-up at the factory. It's just a whole mess. It was funny.
I think my Kickstarter, like the longest I held on was like I think 4 months, and even then, like at the 4th month, you're like, I just got to get this done.
Yeah,
it eats you up.
Yeah, but like you're making the stuff.
Yeah, no, I still get it, but like holding
it's
on
different
to
when it's out of your control. Like it's frustrating.
Isn't that like less of an excuse? Like I'm making it, so I should have no excuse to get it done. Anyone to blame myself? At least the factory can blame.
Right. But like people don't want to hear that the factory's taking forever. Like that's not a good excuse. Like it's still on me.
Yeah, because technically you're not paying until you're paying.
Well, you do pay a portion of it.
Yeah.
Depending on the factory, you pay anywhere from 30 to 50% up front. I don't know. It's a whole debate, which is why he did the video, which was great. He goes on to explain all the hardship because he's a designer. He has knife designs with companies, but he's working on his own, like that he's having made to sell himself. It's not like a licensed design. So he's literally going through this process. So he was explaining the hardships because so after this incident or this pre-order that happened, there's a lot of people out there who are like, fuck pre-orders. I'm never doing them again and all this shit. And it like, people have to understand it's just the way it is because we're not made of money. Like,
yeah, no, so unless you have like a really long established business, like,
or you do like, yes, I could do no pre-orders now if I wanted to with my company.
But there's a huge risk.
Well, but I would have to stop doing I would only be able to do one thing at a time. Like I have like 5 or 6 knives in the works. I couldn't do that. I would have to do one knife at a time. It would take me basically, I'd be able to put out one knife a year instead of 4,
But there's the risk that one knife can just completely wreck you if you put all the money up front and then something happens and now you're completely done. That's like the biggest risk of doing it.
And then the factor of it being China, and it's
we can go to war with them.
Really good conversation is why I think that video is really good, because people need to see it from both sides. And I think there is a middle ground. Like, if it's going to be 12 months, tell me that up front, and then I can just avoid it. If it's going to be 6 months, I'm more likely to be like, yeah, sure, I'll fucking do that. I'm one of the weird people who actually likes pre-orders. I think because I sell every fucking knife I get, it's like I own that knife for a while.
You always have a constant influx of knives coming in too.
Yeah, I always have pre-orders that I've ordered a while ago coming in.
It's like you're never waiting because you just get something new every week. That's a good
once
strategy.
You get a good rhythm going, it's nice. Kyle Coonley, dude, looks like a lady. What, Kelly Weaver? Kelly Weaver won my giveaway one week, and I said it was a she. Fucking name is Kelly Weaver. I'm sorry. I just assumed it was a she. My bad. All right, wait, let me see where we're at with this giveaway situation. I do need to wrap this up pretty soon because it's
where are you at?
Work,
Where are you located at?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're at midnight. Jeez.
Yep. All right, we got it to 982. Good job, guys. I would have preferred 1,000, but I'll accept. Hopefully we can get them to 1,000 tomorrow. All right, so let me wrap this up, and then we can give it away. I gotta come up with some kind of hashtag. I got an idea. StreamYard giveaway tool. All right.
Oh, so you do it live, like right here.
What, the giveaway?
The giveaway? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's how we roll. And then I'll ship that first thing tomorrow because I can't not do that. So there you go, guys. Hashtag FidgetThings. We'll get you in. It's okay. I get it a lot. Yeah, I mean, if it was in person, I would have not called you a girl. And now I know. So now it's, whatever. Take that bell and shove it. Obviously not good enough. Yeah, not good enough. We need more, guys. But I did say I'd do the giveaway at 980, so man of my word. Is Maddie supposed to do a celebration? Yeah, I was going to say Pretty Fly. I don't remember seeing videos. But I can't keep track of all the channels, so... Anybody who's entering, you better be subscribed to Sharif. Come after you. Put that in the chat one more time. All right. I'm going to put this down for a second while they enter. So, Saturday at 1 p.m., I have a drop or it's a pre-order drop, but they're going to deliver in April of the MASH V2. So definitely go check that out on bluecreekknives.com. And then you have the Switch dropping. How many do you have?
So I won't have.
Can I buy that DLC one?
So I have what am I gonna have done for? I'm gonna say like 50 aluminum raw. So I'm gonna have a good batch of raw aluminum.
Oh shit, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's good. Brass will only be I think I did 27. So that'll be like that's like the teaser drop.
The patina thing, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but people want something heavy. Like if you feel the weight, I mean, honestly, even for the aluminum, I was actually surprised because of how much meat there is at the bottom. Like the aluminum has a good weight to it, so for aluminum, and the brass is just. Like,
and what about the black ones? How many of those you got?
Black ones won't be available until.
Come on, man.
I can't. You know how much it costs for this coating?
How much?
It's $8 each one. just do this coating, and I need to make at least 100 at once.
All right, do it.
So it's Kickstarter. Like a Kickstarter, I'm
Is
going to
that
bring
the
this.
only one you have?
I have
You
3.
got one with my name on it.
We'll see. Maybe. I do have 3. Like, you do the test.
Yeah.
Get a review on it.
I'll
I'll send it to you when I do the Kickstarter.
All right.
As a gift to kind of share.
I mean, I'll pay for it. I just want the black one.
No. Okay.
How much is the brass with the wood?
I haven't figured out the price for the caps yet. So the brass is going to be $69. Basically,
and then the cap is separate. It comes with the clear cap.
Yeah, it's going to come with the base cap, and then the 2 different style clickers will be like no extra charge, depending on which one you pick.
What's up, Bubbles?
Like the metal caps, I can buy I haven't found like a wholesale supplier, but I can buy like a set of metal caps on Amazon. I think it was like 14 random cap. It's not random, but they're set caps for like $35.
Now, is the cap what controls the click and no click?
No, that's the switch. So that'll come with it. Like no matter you can pick silent or loud. And like those are dirt cheap. Like you can buy.
Wait,
like,
so will you be able to switch it from silent to loud?
I'm deciding. I don't know if I want to give customers both, and not because I'm greedy, but because like people take stuff apart, they break it when you give them the option.
I'll break shit.
Yes. So I'm debating if I want to include both by default, or I want to like add like $2 to get the second switch, because the switches are like, if I buy them like in enough bulk, they're like $1 each. But like if you were to buy them for one
add-on, then people would have to at least acknowledge.
That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do, just like a cheap add-on. And the cap, as I said, I can buy the metal caps. The only problem is like the metal caps, there's only one escape per set. So everyone's going to want the escape key. So I kind of got to.
Oh, wait. These are all going to have different.
For the metal ones. The wood.
They're all going to have different letters and stuff?
Well, the wood and the plastic one are just blank. And ideally what I want to do, and when I make my own, they're going to be blank. Or when I source blank aluminum ones, I want to do my own custom laser engraving.
That's what I was going to say. Couldn't you do, and you could offer like laser for people.
Yeah.
I could put my little logo on there or something.
Yeah, that's one of the next goals. But I have to source the caps, and I only found one place that does aluminum, and they need to make like I could make them, but the price that I can make them for would not be good for like. If I make a cap, it's going to be almost the same price as the body. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't seem like I can buy them for cheaper, and then
now it's like $150 thing. Yeah.
Yeah. If I make them, I'm going to make them out of titanium, brass, and stuff like Zerk, like exotic metals. But then it's like worth the time. But if I'm making it of aluminum, it's just not the time versus what I would have to sell it for is like doesn't make sense. If I can find an OEM to make me aluminum caps, then I would just be like, that would be what's included potentially, and I could just engrave a custom design for it. And I can get crazy with patterns, get you the perfect letter that you want, whatever it is.
Right.
So that'd be cool. But yeah, these metal ones, they are actually, like there's an escape key, there's the arrow key, there's the WASD. So I got to create like an inventory with what I'm going to have and how many I'm going to order and kind of price them appropriately. Because otherwise,
people could buy their own caps, right?
You could, yeah. So like you can go on Amazon and buy that whole kit, but if you buy that whole kit, it's $35. So I'm not going to sell a metal cap for $35, but I have to sell it enough to cover the cost of buying the caps. So it'd probably be like $5.
Right.
So it won't be expensive.
That makes perfect sense.
And then if you want, you can do the exotic, like I was talking about the exotic caps, like your handcrafted. They're called, what's the term for it? There's a term for it for caps that are made, artisan caps. If you look at artisan caps on Etsy, you're going to see some crazy stuff. They even have caps with fidget spinners on the cap. So you can put a fidget spinner on your keycap on your Switch.
Gotcha. All right, let me run this so the people who want to go over to Zach's live can, and then I'm going to wrap it up anyway. But here we go. Woo! Toddy. 25. Toddy 24. Toady. Let me write that down on here. Cody 25. All right, cool. I got you, dude. Congrats. Let me put I'm going to put my email in the chat here. You can email me your address and I will get this bad boy out to you.
Nice.
Backpack B, Brent's going live too. So definitely check that live out as well, guys. So let me pull this down and then, I almost just closed the whole thing. All right. I was going to ask before I wrap it up if there's anything else you wanted to talk about or pitch or whatever,
No, just follow me on Instagram. You can stories I post the most in. I usually do a post like every week, like on my main page. I'm trying to get better at it, but if you want to see like what I'm making or like launches, like just follow my stories. I put like timers and stuff in there. This is Saturday.
Instagram in the chat.
Yeah, this is Saturday for this drop, and then probably the next big thing is a Kickstarter for it. I know a lot of people don't like Kickstarter, but
I like Kickstarter.
There's a lot of people that are like really like hesitant on it, and I mean, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, so what people need to know is that one, there's two things. Yes, it's not guaranteed. That's one thing people don't like is that Kickstarter is not guaranteed. So like you could fund it, take the money and never make the project. And I'm pretty sure Kickstarter can't like do anything.
Yeah.
There's no guarantees, but I've never had a Kickstarter not go through and I've done like 20 of them.
Oh, that's
lucky. But the other thing you need to know is that they don't take your money until it funds and the timer runs out. So like if he does the Kickstarter for 30 days, you'll get an email that says it funded, and then you'll get an email later that says we took the money out of your bank account or whatever. They don't charge you until the end of the campaign.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think it's like right away. So they're like, well, I don't have the money right now. And it's like, well, you could just pledge now and then get charged later.
In worst case, you don't have the money when it ticks off, and then it just sends you an alert like, hey, you have so many days to update your credit card or update your payment.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of magic stuff happens on the back end.
Kickstarter reaches a whole nother audience of people. So it's smart. It's just smart to do.
Another thing is like if you're doing a Kickstarter with someone that you know is making stuff, it's already like a maker, there's less chance they're going to run away because basically if I ran away with Kickstarter, my image would be completely shamed and I wouldn't have a website anymore. So,
yeah, I don't think that's the concern people have. I don't think anybody's going to have a concern. I think the other reason people don't like Kickstarter is because it inherently means it's a pre-order.
Yeah, it's a fancy word for pre-order.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't like pre-orders. They avoid them. But some people will do Kickstarters but won't do any other pre-orders, like because it almost seems like a different thing.
I just like because as I said, there's a different customer, and I'm usually pessimistic on my timeline, so I try to like under promise, over deliver.
I try to. Well, that's the thing is that's the thing I always joke about with the Chinese factories is they always over promise and under deliver, and it's fucking annoying, man. So I try to put a date way out from what we're told, you know. But even then, sometimes you run up against it. Like on this last knife we did a pre-order on, I ended up saying end of Q1 because they said it was going to be like end of January, early February we'd have them. Well, we're almost at the end of Q1. You know what I mean? Like I'm still going to roll probably 2 weeks past what I said. And I hate that. But like I even add a month or two every time because I'm like, I'm not going to be relying on what they say.
Makes sense.
But all right, I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate you coming on, dude.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was good to like actually meet you too.
Yeah, I don't really show my face too often.
Yeah, it's always funny when you've heard somebody's voice for like a year, but you've never seen their face.
Just seeing their hands.
Yeah, exactly. But appreciate you coming on, and thank you to everybody for coming out. Go check out Zach's live and Backpack B's live. All right, cool.
See you guys.
Thank you. Later, Derek.
Yeah.